because more responsibility. Okay, and when God gives you something, it is more difficult than when someone is deprived from these rights or these stability and so on. And it's just security in Rwanda itself, it's a good gift. Not alone many things else. Able to go to school, able to maybe some of you finish universities, do whatever you want, or at least try to do whatever you want. This is not something achievable easily, even in rich countries. So let alone in the European in Africa, it will be lucky. And luckiness, by the way, doesn't come by only that God give you. God asks you, if you want to be lucky, you have to work for it. Because lucky means having more chances. And more chances means having more failures. And not knowing the purpose of life is really a very, let's say, difficult things, because it makes us more near to what, to humans or animals. Not knowing why we are living here. When we are not knowing why we are living here, make us what? Near to humans or animals? To animals. Because animals every day, they go, they fight, they run, okay? But they don't know, they don't know why they are there, right? Humans have the capability and the capacity and the changeability and the competency, okay, to know why they are there. How are you? Fine, good. What name? Remind me your name? Ali, yes. I should forget Ali. So this is a participative work. It means that we're not every now and then we'll stop to do with you the exercise. Today, because it's Friday, some of you are Muslims will try to finish by 1:45. Okay, so that some of you can go for the prayer. Beside, also, we had some of the people also from ISIC or from GC, they said they want to be there. So we'll try to finish, we'll make it one go, okay? Well, no stopping as much as we can, but we'll do exercises while we are going. So we might not be divided into groups. There, like we usually do, whoever attended our workshop, you usually go into different rooms and then prepare your thing and you come here. Today, we work like every 2, 3, 4. They can turn the tables, for that we put these tables. And they can discuss together and come back again while we are sitting here. So this is our 4th open day, and I believe that some of you, like mashallah Ali, okay, and Brother Tayyib and so on, they have attended our earlier workshop, and I think they are building the capacity. For me, these guys, or even you, any one of you who attended, including of course our guys here were Isa, Shaddad, inshallah, in the future also, okay, can be our experts. And we are preparing now the base step by step, like this guy is preparing his potato farm step by step, and also we are preparing ourselves step by step so that we can be one of the leading organizations in the world in social economic problem solving. So we are investing on you, okay, even for you guys, we are investing on you, because some of you can be our experts in the future, especially now we are available already now in 38 countries. So again, for some of you who don't know, we focus on, who don't know what we are doing, what is SIAS? SIAS focus on utilizing multidisciplinary approaches to solve socio-economic problems. Okay. So socio-economic problems like what? Who can tell me what are the socio-economic problems? You guys, you can wait till the end. It's going to see. We have knowledge. What type of socio-economic problems? When we say socio-economic problem, what you are talking about? Yes, sir. Unemployment. Excellent. What's your name? My name is Mohammed. Okay. Thank you, Mohammed. Okay. What about you? Any socio-economic problem? You know? Huh? Poverty. Excellent. This is actually the tip of the pyramid. So when we talk about socio-economic problems, always, now what Mohammed said, what's your name? Angel, right? What Mohammed said is he said unemployment, right? Unemployment. Okay, but unemployment will lead to what? To type of poverty. Okay, if it stays for a long time, then it will lead to what? The tip of the poverty, which is, we call it what? Absolute poverty. Means people will not have, maybe they cannot afford to put even 1 meal per day. Maybe they will not have a proper household. Okay, so poverty is different types, but the type of poverty, we call it absolute poverty. Okay, which is you don't have in Rwanda really a lot, or very little. What you have different type of what we call it multi-dimensional poverty, different type of poverty. Okay, maybe he knows because he's an economist, he knows about what I'm talking about. And for example, poverty of people, they cannot afford to go transport. They cannot afford to eat, for example, 3 meals per day. They cannot afford to connect to the internet. This is type of poverty. Okay. Okay. What type of other socioeconomic problems other than employment and poverty? Anybody? The most important thing in any society is what? Excellent. What's your name? Huh? Pacific. Okay. Pacific. Why family is the most important thing? Right. So family is the nucleus of the society, and the society is the nucleus of any country, right? So without family, so family stability is one of the types. So again, if there is no family stability, okay, and there are lots of migration from, for example, from the countryside to the Kigali, or from Kigali to other African country, or to Europe, or to other countries, then the country will not have a socio-economic stability. Okay. So what we are working for, as you can see in our program, is all about these things, but in different type of solutions, okay, or techniques. Inspiration economy, it's about, again, inspiring the community, inspiring youth, we have youth economy, how we use energy and youth spirit, which you have energy better than me, but my youth spirit may be better than you. I don't know. Okay, you have to challenge me today. Okay, why? Because I like to try things in different places and in different types. I like to try. Okay, because I believe God has given us this gift, and we should be what different than animals, as I said, very far from the animals. The farthest we can be from the animals, the better. Means we should have a mindset that always challenges. Okay, because as God given us the health, given us the capacity to learn, capacity to meet people, to understand, right? This is the human side. So we should utilize this to the maximum so that we live a meaningful life. Okay, so this is the purpose of. So we can see even women development, poverty elimination, and so on. Even aging itself, people are looking at it as problem, right? We are seeing it as opportunity. So what is CIAS? CIAS is about an institute who turn problems into opportunities. It's like a box. You come, the problem comes here, we turn it into opportunity. We try to find how we can bring from it good opportunity so that we can build on it a better community and eliminate what is considered to be a problem. Okay. Yeah. All depends on the mindset. We are available, as I said, in 38 countries around the world, and we given you very limited. You can see 3 papers. I always give very simple things because I would like you to take notes. The most important thing is that you take notes, and we build our training on what we call extra-related learning. It is different type of learning that you are learning from a book or at school. Extra-related learning means that now we'll know something very little now here in this 4 hours, okay? But you need to go and work on it tonight if you want to really become later an expert, step by step, become expert in 1 day. Expert means you have gone through projects and so on. Okay. But the steps, if you want to become expert, first you need to analyze why I need this competency. And he knows, Sayyid and our brother Ali, is that always I repeat this, right? In every training. And unfortunately, I will claim 90% of you, including you, because you are busy lately, okay, you'll not do it tonight. Okay, يعني out of 10, from my experience, I'm not saying this. This is according to Khadija. Is this opinion or judgment? Remember what you say? Based on judgment. Why? Because from experience. I've gone around the world. I train hundreds of thousands of people, different type. Always I tell them a specific thing. It is good for them if you do it. They do it tonight, but they never do it. Life, because we get busy with life. We go home. We forget about things. Okay. So try to practice whatever I tell you, because it might help you to discover something that is very interesting in your life. Okay. If you really understand why you need this competency, especially now today, and you can ask and you can challenge me, why do I need this? Why it is more important than my skills? This is much more important than your skills. It is much more important than your meals. It is much more important than even getting a salary from someone. Okay? Or guaranteed. Why? Because you might get a salary, but still you don't know the purpose of life. You might eat a meal, but you don't know the purpose of life. And you live like most of your life, you live like this. Guaranteed meal, guaranteed money, guaranteed this. Doesn't mean that your life will be what? Full of satisfaction. And when your life is not full of satisfaction, it means you will not be happy. Because most of the happy people, they are what? Self-satisfied. They have self-satisfaction about themselves. So whatever I've given you here in the papers, it is meant to be like putting your path. Because today we'll talk about the word path. There are 3 words we're going to repeat today. Okay. The first one is about path. You know, putting a path, as you can see there. Okay, not path, shower, path. Okay, P. Okay. Then seeing what is my choices. Some people call it options. Okay, and then the final one is about decisions. How I make the right decision in the right time. I make judgment. I say no. Okay. We make judgment based on facts, based on a trial, based on experience. And this is why we keep for you even at the end, like self-evaluation. Not for us, it is more for you. Yani again, more than 80% of these questions, which is only 1 page, okay, which is I think maybe we'll give it to you by Isa later. Okay. It's all about what you understood today, what you want to do with that. This minimal knowledge. Because knowledge, by the way, okay, is it good or not good? Is it good? Huh? No, not good sometimes. I claim that most of you know about this, you heard about this. Am I right? Is there anybody that did not hear about life purposefulness? I think everybody heard. Am I right or wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Someone tell me I'm wrong. Okay, but what did we do anything about it? We didn't do anything. So we might take another training. What will happen to you if you take more training other than this today? You know what will happen to you? You'll block your mind. You say, oh, I know it, but I can't do it. So what you need to do now is to unlearn whatever you have learned before. Unlearn, not learn. Unlearn. Plug it off. Okay, and then learn today again a new one. Consider yourself very humble. Okay, try to be humble so that you did not learn something before about life purposefulness or meaning of life, including Isaac, because they attended with us a dialogue, meeting or round table. So very important that we think about ourselves and what is we want in life, especially we youth. Why I say youth? Because you have the energy. Okay, so I don't have the energy, but I have the spirit. The spirit is making me having a little bit of energy. Okay? You guys have these two options, and this is very limited in time. It's only about 13 to 15 years, and then it will go. You'll start to have a family, obligations. You start to run for something else. Okay. Now you can define. Not necessarily that you know the final purpose of life, but at least you work for a life with purpose. Okay. Not a life to please others. Not a life to get a certificate. Okay, this is what's happening to us, isn't it? Most of us, we live a life so to get a certificate, we get a profession. But this doesn't mean that it's a good life. Okay, or we live a life to make money. I know a lot of people, most of my friends, they are very rich, not rich, very rich. Okay, but I know how much they are empty from inside. Okay, I can't claim that they are not happy, but their happiness are shallow. Okay, they buy happiness, and happiness cannot be bought. Happiness can be practiced only. Okay, so this is very important that we think this way. So note here, you might not find your final life purpose at your age. Okay, nobody can claim, including myself. See how many years I've been working for that. And if you check my history or you Google me, okay, you'll see that I have been around the world in 69 countries, 38 countries, only in the last since 2015. And still I'm looking for my final purpose of life. I know I'm living for a purpose, but I don't know what's my final purpose of life. Now a little bit, I believe in, maybe this is my I finding now being here in Rwanda is part of my final purpose. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe something else will come in the future. But as I said, you can start from now, live for a purpose till you find a greater life purpose. To live for a purpose means, now let's start with this question now. Okay, why you are here? You are from ISIC or PC? Hello? PC? Okay. Why you are here? What's your name first? Erwin, big one. Huh? I'm Marcel. Marcel, okay. Okay, so Marcel, why you are here? Okay, great. So let's give him applause first of all. He didn't say that BC sent me. They told me to come. No, he said something at least. It had little bit of purpose, not the final, not the purpose that I'm going to do. Okay. Because by the way, you might have the skill. How many people you've seen? They have the skill, but because they don't have a purpose, they don't achieve. Am I right? You see, just your family, just sit in your family. You see, I wish this guy, my son, he will be like this. My daughter, my father, my mother, my uncle. So you see, the very skills, right? But because they don't have a skill, they don't have a purpose, their skills are wasted, isn't it? So living for a purpose is very important, so that we really, and I always tell Khadija, and I claim, and I am the lowest guy for now here and being clever. I know you're not believing me, okay? But I know that. Okay, the only difference between you and me is that I live for a purpose. Okay, I want to try things. I want to go everywhere. Not necessarily because I have money. By the way, because now we see that this guy is fast from Arab world. This is because he has money, he's talking like this. No, not necessarily, because you can see others who didn't have even more deprived than me, and they did many things. I have big stories. That is now we are seeing it even now more because of social media. We're discovering many people like this, right? That they don't have, they created something big from nothing. Okay, so some of you, by the way, have many challenges, but these are the challenges that are based on my studies about you. We have written many books about youth. Okay, some of you is about to graduate, but they don't know what they want to do, or they want to graduate, but they think that they will find a job in their own profession. Okay, and this guy is agroeconomist, right? Okay, am I right? Huh? Okay. So, but you see, now he's becoming an entrepreneur. He's not waiting for Ministry of Agriculture to employ him. Okay, for him, now he's finding opportunity. This opportunity, because he's trying, might take him somewhere else. Okay, the more you take the opportunities and you draw your path with that, the more you'll find something else. Some of you will have no work, no money, and they do not know what to do. Some of you is in a job, but not suitable and not comfortable. And I guarantee you, 90%, not only you, not in Rwanda, not in Africa, not even in the Arab world, the whole world, 90% of those who graduate, they get shocked because they don't find the things that they studied for is enjoying. But 90% of them, what they do, they quit? No, they stay in the same job. Okay, they are ashamed to quit whatever they think that they studied for and so on, right? So again, this is one of the things that we will find a lot of jobs. You might be a professional graduate now, but there are no jobs. Or graduating, looking for any job, still you are not finding any job that is suitable for you. So you end up working with jobs lower than your capability. Okay, or you are neat. You know what neat means? Neat means not an education, not an employment, not an training. Okay, You finish, but you are now in the gray area. Okay, and beginning to be lazy. You are getting used to be lazy. Okay, you are getting used to be living in the minimal requirements. Okay, which means barely surviving. Okay, frequently visiting employment centers, looking for jobs, putting your CVs everywhere. Fear of being disposed due to tight budgets. You are worried tomorrow they might fire me because I don't know. Okay, I'm not stable. Or left your job and you are looking for another job because you're not happy with your job. Or fed up waiting. Or frustrated with limited opportunities available. How come I have this capacity and this skills, but I'm not employed? Okay, so you are always asking yourself. Okay? Or aim to seize a leadership opportunity. You know you are working in the right place. You know you're supposed to be a leader, but you are not finding this opportunity yet. Okay? So this, by the way, this workshop is meant to be for all those type of people who are looking for something better to take them out of this constraint. Okay? I think someone always should notice this farewell and they are asking for admission. Okay. So why this workshop might make a difference in your life? First, it will help you to understand. I already understand the essentials of living for a purpose. Can you show them the screen if you can? Give it to you. Sit here. Okay. Understand the essentials of living for a purpose. It's essential. I mean, essential means what? Essential that you can't do without it. If you cannot do without it, means it's very essential. Okay. It's not a luxury. It's not extra. So the first step is that you should ask yourself, what are you good at? Okay. What are you good at? Acknowledge what makes you different than your peers. Okay. What makes you different? Is it about listening? Is it about caring? Is it about leading? Okay. Okay, so I will stop here. As we said, it's a workshop. Because today also it's a short workshop. So we'll take the exercises very quickly, frequent and very quickly. So now I would like each one of you to write, what are you good at? Okay. What do you think that you are good at compared to your peers, to your friends, to your family, to your people that you are around you? And don't be here at this time, don't be humble. Don't be what? Humble. Means try to explore what you are good at. You think what you are good at. Because you might be very good at that one. Don't be humble and say, no, maybe I'm not good at it. Okay, someone will say, I'm good at listening. Okay. Itself, just listening, it can bring a lot of difference. Okay. So I want you to write for me what you are good at. At least write for me 3 things that you are good at. In 1 minute, please. Okay, including you, Farwan. Can you do that, guys, also there at the Zoom? What are you good at? Okay. I give an example. Are you good at listening, at caring, at talking, at presenting, at writing a story? Okay. At solving problems. Okay. 1 minute. Khadija, I can help you because I know a lot. Someone has written me something. Okay, good. You can see me, right?
Yeah, we can see you.
So you will share whatever she said now.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I see.
So as I said, it's only 1 minute exercise and we'll go fast today. And also good that you said you should be. The first thought that comes to you, it might be the right one. You don't need to think a lot about this. But the problem is that maybe you never thought, or you never sit down and write this thing. So I'm doing it now with you so that you practice it later more. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. So Pacific, what are you good at? Can you raise your voice? On the rules of caring and supervising. Caring and supervising. Okay. We have two things. Caring and supervising. Supervising like what? Example? For example, let's say, right. Okay. Okay, great. So supervising people, let's say leading. Okay, and people they need leadership. Okay. And you said about caring. Example, can you give example?
For example, let's say one of the people know their needs and then provide them.
Okay, great. Analyzing people needs and try to solve it or try to address it. Great. Anybody else from the girls? Angel?
Only listening,
I can't hear you.
listening, presenting, and caring.
Okay. So listening, presenting, and caring. Listen, can you give me an example of listening?
Let's say I like to be their friends and know what they're going through. Like maybe when they're not feeling well, they come to me and just assure that I listen to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Great. Sometimes people just want people to listen, right? And many of us sometimes, especially in yours, now especially after COVID, there are lots of challenges. Okay, unemployment, inflation, blah blah blah, right? So just talking to each other itself is a relief. And this, if you are not a good, I'm not a good listener. I will directly start to give solutions. It's not good. Okay, so you are better than me. See how much you are strong. Then, what about you? Your name? Again, huh? Lisa.
I think on my side, the first one is listening as well.
Mhm.
The second is paying attention to details.
Mm.
Another, I think, is reading and writing.
Okay, great. Okay, what about you guys? Ali?
I'm good at telling a story. So as a
Storytelling.
yes,
Nice.
as I'm
We need you here, by the way.
okay, as I'm a teacher as my profession, I like to teach my students by using the stories so that to convince them. Okay, second one, I'm good at sharing ideas.
You are a friend of Isa, no?
Yes,
You're a friend, I know why
he's
you are
my colleague.
a big storyteller.
Okay, I'm also good at sharing ideas, helping impact to other people, listening to how they feel something, and kind of have problem solving within us.
Okay, great. Okay, Tayyib.
Okay, thank you. I think I wrote three things that I'm good at. I'm good at public talking.
Can you raise your voice? I can hear you. Yeah. Since you are good at public talking, come and come here stand. You are the trainer today. Come. I go on.
Yes, I was talking that I'm good at public talking, problem solving, and negotiating.
Okay. So problem solving and
Negotiating
Negotiating.
and public talking.
okay. Oh, you can sit now. It's my turn.
Thank you.
Don't take my place. Okay. So good. Now, since we finished the first step, and are these essential for a living purpose? Should we use these to design our life purpose? Yes. But are we really designing our life purpose using these? Right. See this example of 1 minute exercise, just to show you how much we need to sit down ourselves. And sometimes you can't sit with yourself. You know that, right? You need, otherwise they say you are crazy. Okay, but what you can do, you start with a mentor, then you learn to do your own mentorship. Even till today, I am now the person who mentored thousands of people around the world, even big leaders. Okay, still I need people to talk to so that they can help me discover more what is here. One of the big leaders in our country, he said, Muhammad Buhajji is like a box, okay, which is a black box, full of treasures. So you can imagine all of you like this, not only me. But what you need, only you need to open the books and take this treasure. Same as ourselves. We are full of treasures. Allah give us, God give us these treasures. But we need just to open the books and try to take out these treasures as much as we can every time. And this comes only when we sit down and take care, write it in a paper, not only thinking about it. Because thinking is you can fly, and you can go for imagination instead of visualization. So the difference between imagination and visualization is like daydreaming and real living for a dream. You know, like daydreaming, right? We've been using it always in the class with the teachers. I hope today nobody uses that. Okay. But living for a dream is something else. So if you want to live for a dream, you have to start putting things on paper and write the date on it and sign it. And after 1 year, check it. Okay, that's what I do now in my, and you'll see today many applications on myself. Okay, because I believe this is all about leading by example. Okay, it's leading by example. Make sure you have okay. So second one now, we'll go for the second one. Okay, understand. Okay, the mechanism of life purposefulness. What are the mechanisms? I said three things. We know the path. Okay, we don't need to know the path all the way till we die. We'll try to visualize the path that we should be living for the next 5 years, or your age at least. Okay. For me, if I say till I die, it's okay because maybe 10 years maximum. I don't know, maybe more, inshallah, but maybe okay, 10 years. Okay. So for the next 10 years, what I'll do? Okay. As I grow older, maybe I cannot walk. What I'll do? I'll just sit at home and make people pray for me or something, or I want to contribute still to the world. Because like these guys, they work on the food industry. They say from earth to mouth. Also, we say from birth to earth. Okay, from birth to earth. You know, because we should be also always trying to contribute as long as we are here, and we should not be satisfied. Contribute means I am grandfather, I have children, I have a pension fund. No, this is not contribution. Contribution means what you are trying to change the world in your maybe limited space or limited areas. So the second step now, what type of impact you want to make in your world? So first of all, define for me, right again in 1 minute, what is your world? Is it your family only? Is it your organization? Is it ISIC? Is it PC? Is it Rwanda? Is it Africa? Is it the world? What is your world? Define your world first. What is the world you want to live for? Okay. How big is you want to reach in the world? When they want to talk, you can say. Okay, I think this shouldn't take long time. Okay, again, this will come more, your work might expand. Yeah, for example, for me, it was my family when I was young. Okay, then I became my organization, then my country, then the whole Arab world, then the whole developing countries. Now I'm talking about the whole world. But this changes with time, no problem. But at least you need to define for the next 5 years, who's your world, who's your targeting. Okay. Now my second question in this part, what is the impact you want to create in the next 5 years only? What is the impact you want to create in this world? Okay, and then I listen to you. Okay, is this clear? What is the impact you want to create in this world? In the world you have defined, whether it's a family, country, organization, the whole world, the whole region. Okay, let us listen from our guys from Kenya. These people are from where? Yeah, who's writing? Did someone write in the over Zoom? We'll take you first now to give you a chance. Can you check? If they have written something.
No, they are not written. I'm
Okay.
waiting for them to raise a hand.
Okay. So let us take someone who did not participate yet. Okay. What is your word? What's your name? Baseball. Okay. So what is your word first? The word that you want to impact the next 5 minutes. Family. Okay. And what type of impact you want to create?
I want my brothers and my sisters in school.
Okay, great. So you want to create an impact that you manage that your brother and family, sisters and so on, they go to school and finish school. Okay, not to go to school only, but to finish school.
Yes.
And also with good grades. So if you see, you have to be smart, smart, right? Specific, measurable, accurate, time-based, right? To make it as smart as much as you can, so that you can achieve better. Okay. Now you said what was the first answer? What are you good at?
I'm good at listening to my friends
Okay.
and they listen their ideas.
Yes.
But I want to be have
Okay. So
about their ideas.
okay. So you give them advice already. Okay. So this is what you use again to achieve your impact with your family, right? You will be like a good example. Okay, because when you give advice, it's like leading by example, right? Okay. Anybody else who can tell me about his word or her word? Yes.
I would say for the moment of my family and my
And
people, like those people in society somehow. It's
okay, so vulnerable people or deprived people or underprivileged, right? Okay, great. So let's move for that side and family we already covered. So what is the impact you want to create for those people who are deprived or they need help? What is your 5 years impact on them?
to help them change their mindsets and see that what the world tells them they are not able to do, they actually can do.
Okay, great. Let's give her applause and it is very inspiring. Okay, how old are you?
I'm turning
20. Okay, thank you, Angela. Good. Okay, anybody else about their work? What about you? What's your name?
My name is Faith.
Faith. Yes, okay.
My role is coordinating.
Okay, great.
I would like to be able to services and be the positions.
Okay, great, great. Okay, again, it's very good time. So how will you do that? What is the impact you need? 5 years, how will you reach there?
I reached there by trying to connect. I have friends who do that charity, who like connect charity things.
Right.
So I would like to work with them more and find any way I can.
Okay, great, great. So thanks a lot, Faith. Give her applause again for that. Very good. Including you, of course, because I even working for a family school. You know, we did a study, very important. See, I am here not as a trainer. I'm here as an expert. And totally different. Expert means that he does publications, he does projects, and also part of his job is or part of his, let's say, passion. He trained people so that they discover more what he's discovered. Okay, so I'm here as expert. Don't deal with me as a trainer. Means I will not give you skills today. Not my passion to give you skills. Skills I know you can learn outside. But here to really make your mindset more open, to discover more. And you have this passion to discover. This is the purpose why we are here together. So I was saying, forgot what I was saying. But anyway, the third one now, knowing the importance of pauses, minimize uncertainty. And why many people are having uncertainty, mental health, anxiety, then this anxiety go to stress, right? And some people even they end up taking medicines. Why? Because we are living all of us uncertainty. Even now with the AI, right? Artificial intelligence, the uncertainty is increasing in the world. Everybody is afraid. You don't know what's going to happen. Especially there's lots of now social political problems, tension happening everywhere. Inflation is very high. So many things are coming, changing in the world, right? And very quickly compared to the past. But if we take a pause and we analyze where we are and how we can contribute to this, we'll instead of seeing this as a problem, we see it as what? Okay. This is where we differentiate. See us, or we as even PC and Isaac, one of the things we discuss with your leaders, and you are supposed to take many pauses. Okay, pause, like pausing a screen. Okay, pause means you will come and stand and say, where am I now? What I have now? What I don't have? Okay, how can I go to utilize what I have towards what I not have, or what I have towards others? What I wanted to say, which is I forgot earlier, we did a study for 17,000 of high school students in Bahrain. Okay, and then we did another one in Bosnia, because I stayed in Bosnia for 6 months. There. That thing. Either they work for NGO, or they work for solving people problem, charity, something like that. So some of these people are very eager. Okay, and so on. And maybe they were abused, or they were working with their father or mother during, their as a child labor mostly, or maybe they are helping their parents when they are very young. Okay. So these two types, and the third type, which is they do it through study. Study means what? Study different languages, different religions, different cultures. Also, this is third type. But really, I'm keen about these first two types. What I told you about. Okay. Yani I always tell to Isa, I discover myself. I'm now 60. Okay. I discover myself at age 45. So how many years? How old am I now? Only 15 years old. I'm younger than you. Okay, why? Because I didn't discover myself before. Okay, I was expert. I was very popular professor. I teach around the world. I do projects. But I didn't discover why I'm doing that. So discovering what I'm doing is what makes me satisfied. Okay, so I was working to be expert. I was not working to create impact in the world. Okay, in different way, of course. I was creating impact, but not in such a level that I'm doing today. So again, knowing that really stopping and taking a pause, which is we are trying to do now these small exercises. This is not enough, huh? This is pause. This is only 1 minute pause. If you want to analyze your situation, you take a pause tonight. You take a pause after 1 week, then after 1 month, then after what quarterly, then after a year, in your birthday or at the end of the year or something like this. Okay. The more you take pauses, I encourage you, huh? And I want you to Google my papers on pauses. These are big studies and they are getting good citation. Right, Buhaji, my name. Okay, you have it anyway in the the paper, and pause. You'll find that I have written more than 5 papers already on this thing. Importance of taking a pause, or importance of managing uncertainty. Because to live uncertainty is normal. Yani we should not be knowing what will happen after 1 hour. Exactly. We don't know, we should not be living only 1 plus 1 equal 2. Because 1 plus 1 not equal 3, not equal 4, not equal 0. So very important is that we know the importance of this, because we'll have more self-satisfaction and less mental health. It is a must. Today, it is not a luxury. What you are getting now, as I told you, is not a training for skills. It is a must if you want to make a differentiation in your life. If you want to create impact in your family, okay, like our brother was saying, okay, or your community, or helping poor people, it means you have to take a pause. You have to do an exercise for to know what is the meaning of life, okay, and what is the purpose of life, and what is your life purposefulness. And you have to know that you are here now, not because it is like any other training, I'll get certificate and that's it. Okay, and it's free because it's free. No, this is my, this will be linked to my purpose, and I will always review this. And for that, we are recording this in video and so on. Is this clear? Any question there?
No question.
Okay.
Just saying this.
So,
see, just the sound.
Okay. So life, by the way, yani ladies and gentlemen, is about short stories, part of a big story. It is like episodes. I call it episodes. So what happened to you between age 0 to 6 is an episode. From 6 to, for example, 11, another episode. Now from 11 to 18 or 13, another episode. So life is a series of episodes. Don't let the early episode not block you from, and you follow only the same episode. You need to create more stories. The more you create more stories, and the more the story is having happiness and failures, and sadness and crying, is it a good story or not? Would you go for a film, or it is only laughing, or you go a film about reality of life, and you laugh and you cry? Which film is better? The most one that's getting more, unfortunately now, with yours, they're only laughing. But the reality, the most interesting films, and they get awards, is which ones? They get Oscar awards. The one that have crying and laughing and challenges and failures, right? And excitement. So this is life. This is the real life. So we need to think about life as like episode, and we can choose either only 2 paths, unfortunately. There is no third path. Either a path that we think, oh, this is what's happening to me, we call it, okay, or a path which help me to know later say what's happening from me, right? Not to me. What's happening from me? This guy, for example, inshallah Ali, I know because they are our interns, so on. Okay, I know Khadija, for example, inshallah, all of you. But I'm saying that you want to be in that path. The path that says what's happening from me. And in order to be going for that path, the first thing you need to understand what is your needs. What is not your needs to eat, not to get graduated, not to go only send my brothers or sister to school, or not only to help people charity. What is my need so that I can create the big change? Okay. And unfortunately, as I told you, this is the least thing we're gonna do. Even tonight, I'm challenging you, huh? Please, please, please. I take Herwa, I think, or whoever you are contacting with, or Khadija, and tell them I made it. Tonight I did not sleep before I did whatever exercises we've been challenged for. Because this will help you to build your eagerness and you starting your passion. Okay? Passion does not come with what? With only talking about it. But passion is about what? About really thinking about something and working for it. And working for it. And for then the passion will be built. Okay? And then, of course, striving to achieve the difference. Okay? Striving to achieve the difference. This path is what creates for us life have a meaning, and I live for a meaning. Once I start to think about my life as episodes, but I don't want my episode to be dragged by someone else. I don't want my life to be designed by my family, by my children, by my organization, by my country. No, I want my life to be designed by me. I want to contribute to the country. I'm not waiting for the country to contribute for me. And this is very rare, by the way. If you see most of the youth, they are not satisfied. They say the government is not helping us. It's all about you. It's wherever you are, it's all about you. Because once you have a life with a meaning and you are living for a meaning, then you start to saying, okay, now indirectly you are saying, what's happening from me? Okay, what I can do now to the world. Okay, regardless of my situation, regardless if I have money or I don't have money, or regardless of something, you'll find that you are trying to change the world, and you will have self-fulfillment and self-confidence over time. And this is where I tell you now, most of you, they say, we can't focus. You know why we can't focus? Okay, why we can't focus? Okay, they say, some of them, they take drugs to just focus, or they try to say, okay, I cannot focus for my wife, because they don't know the purpose they are doing that thing in that time, including now. Some of you is not focused, you don't know why you are here. Okay, you got tired. Oh, I thought this is maybe something else. Okay, so for that, if you don't link the thing and if you feel that this does not go with your purpose, you should leave the thing. You should not stay in a place where it does not meet your purpose because you are shying from people. Because you are not working for people. You are working, and you are not working for things, and you are not working for ideas. You are working for a thinking, for a life purpose. And this is the difference of any people who can create a difference in the long run. So for these people, why they are important for you, important for yourself, for us as SEALs, or for FISI, or for ISIL, since most of you is coming from that area, from that organization, because we believe in a future. If you don't know that, you'll end up with not doing projects that is helping people. We will be the people that will be helped. Did you get it? Either you'll be our experts or you'll be our beneficiaries. Which one you want to be? See, this guy is our expert, or he's an expert. Okay, he's working for a project, because what I told you, if you want to be an expert, not a trainer, okay, then you have to do projects, and you have to go through failures, and then you maybe will be successful. Okay, I'm not expecting him that he will be successful from first time, but maybe from second time, third time, and he will learn from his failures. And this is the purpose why we say do projects, do projects, do projects, do projects. Okay, and consider that your life is about what? A project inside episodes. Okay, not what? Episodes driven by someone else's projects. You are what? The designer of your fate. Okay, so you should think about that, because you are obliged. You're not because it is something, because unless you do that, you'll go through anxiety and carelessness. Okay, and the anxiety will increase because unemployment will increase, unfortunately. Whoever said about unemployment leads to poverty, this will increase now. You know that? Agree or not agree? Why? Why unemployment, I say, will increase?
Just
AI, I was saying about AI, inflation, conflicts are coming, maybe we'll have a third world war. I'm not trying to make it black or in front of you, because as I told you, inside every problem, there is what? Opportunity. But it depends on you. You want to be unemployed and waiting, or you want to start dealing with the challenge. Unless we start, as I told you, to go this way, then we'll be talking about what's happening to me or on me. Someone is leading me. Someone telling me you have to do this, and I do it. I do it only to please my parents. I do it only to please my husband or my wife. I do it only to please my country only. I want to please my country, but I have to please myself first. Because the achievement to my country will be much better if I know what is my purpose. Okay. But I think we'll have stress, and also, unfortunately, many people, as we see now, mental health is increasing, short pleasures. Okay. By the way, those who are addicted to telephone, and I have written about, by the way, papers about that. They call it nomophobia. Those who like to have likes, that they will wait for how many followers, or they will follow others that it was high followers. They have a disease called nomophobia. If I take it now from, I know this because it's part of many business, but for someone like you don't have a business and he's living on a telephone most of the time, this means he has this disease, addiction. And we have many addictions like that, short pleasures. Okay, it might be through food, it might be through telephone, it might be through drugs, whatever. But unfortunately, many of us looking for short pleasures, including going to drink or bars. I heard this country, I don't know yours, but I heard many people, they drink a lot here. Okay, again, this is all short pleasures. Doesn't solve the problem. Okay, I agree. I remember I used to have a friend. He's a very close friend from Saudi Arabia. He lived with me when I was in USA. So we used to go to the ice cream shop. And they see us that we buy too much ice cream and so on. He said, the guy, you guys will be careful because you're going to have, diabetes and so on. So we used to be addicted, more addicted to ice cream and so on. We thought that this is like something solving our problems. So I always used to tell him, the ice cream guy, don't worry, we're just trying to solve our problem. But in reality, we're not solving our problem, we're increasing our problem. So this is an example for you. And you end up, by the way, when you have short pleasures, see how many people they live for short pleasures, and are they living for themselves or for others? You'll find those who live for short pleasures, they live for what? For others. Either their organization or their family or to please their boss, whatever. Okay. So be careful about this stuff. Okay. So now, in order again to discover our purpose in life and life purposefulness, we need to practice the most important tool that God has given us, which is what? Observation. Okay. Okay. Now, someone tell me that the animals they observe. No, the word observation only applies to humans. Okay, the animals they can see. Okay, but they cannot observe. The observation is about mechanism that happen in the frontal lobe, and I'll explain to you later. Okay, and it's relevant to a mindset. Animals they have a mind, but they don't have a mindset. Animals they have a brain, but they don't have again mindset. Okay, the brain is made from 4 lobes. Okay, the frontal lobe is the most important one, which I'll talk about later. Okay. Why I'm telling you this? Because this is relevant to your obligation to have a life purpose. It is not by coincidence we have to have a life purpose, because God has given us the tool. We are not using it. Maybe now this is a problem of artificial intelligence. It's a problem. It's an opportunity, right? But the problem is coming more at the beginning. If something coming in you, always to the world. This is, they call it now the 4th or 5th industrial revolution. Okay, that means that we're going to face lots of problems and challenges. So we need to observe, because through observation we'll see what we need to explore. Okay, the observation is about what? Deciding to time of exploration. Exploration like going into my episode again, going to expedition, I'm trying to discover something. Okay, and this exploration will make me realize. Okay, you see, our mindset goes through 3 stages. Okay, our mindset goes through observation, then absorption, okay, and then realization. Realization means I know now what I want in the next 5 years, like I was talking about. Okay, and this cannot be done, as I told you, only from this in this moment, in this workshop. It needs to be done tonight, needs to be done tomorrow, next week, and then 1 month after, till you start to get realized. And then where I want to reach. Where I want to reach with this 5 years, where I want to reach, how much I want to reach. Okay, and then I start to visualize. Okay, and this is, by the way, you have to go through ambiguity. Ambiguity means like fuzziness. You have to go in a place and you have to see things in the beginning. It's not clear. If you see things that are clear 100%, maybe you are not in the right direction, from my experience. Okay, so Khadija, can you tell them to be quiet? And as lecture, they are coming late. They need to be quiet. So the type of challenges of today, again, that is facing us, we have now minimal readiness compared to the challenges that we are having. We are becoming more volatile. or where we are more unstable, and we are in a labor market that is coming more and more difficult. Okay. Now the level of readiness again is differentiating because the market is differentiating. All of us were looking for a labor market, right? This labor market is not stable anymore. So why? This is one of the studies I did with my daughter. She's a professor in one of the universities in Bahrain, and we came during COVID, by the way, during COVID, and we found that now youth they need 5 type of arts and 5 type of Bs. Okay, remember these arts. Okay, react. If you write them down better, okay, because maybe you use them later in the exercise. They need to react properly. Selective reaction. Okay. They need to realize, as I mentioned, realization. They need to resolve, and this does not come easy. All of them, you need to work hard for them. Okay, and they are not skill based; they are competency based. Do you know the difference between skill and competency? Anybody? What's the difference between skill and competency? Teacher. Skills and competency.
Competence is what you are able to do.
Okay. Competence is about what you're able to do. Okay. What about skills?
Skills is about alternative, the different chairs around you. You can join, but for the competence is what you really have or you are able to.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, Pacific. Give Pacific applause, please. Because he's mashallah participating, even though he looks shy, but he's participating very well. Yes.
Skills.
Yes.
I think it's what you are able to do, or to, let's say, a service to give people. Let's say you're a technician, you are a doctor, you are an IT, and then competence is now how are you going to be more productive or more how are you going to compete with others?
Okay.
Let's say in your
One more
profession.
try. Yes, brother. Your name? Hassan. Okay, please, Hassan. Yes.
I will use examples to understand it.
Mhm.
In the way that I understand.
Mhm.
For example, I've gone through the learning of today, and I've got skills of maybe developing projects. So I know how to develop steps of developing projects,
Right.
and that's part of the knowledge, and also I'm able to do so. But when it goes to now to competencies, now being able, when I'm going to the center, am I able to produce the skills?
Okay. You are
And
the
the
nearest,
knowledge.
the nearest answer. What is there is unfortunately here there is something right or wrong. Many things in life, not necessarily there is 100% right or wrong, but there is a clear differentiation between the skills and competency. Remember, the skills is one part of competency, which is the mother, is the competency.
Yes.
The skill is one part of it.
Yes.
But if you have the skill but you don't have the training, still your competency is shaky, right? Not proper training. If you have the skill and the training but you don't have the education, still your competency is, can be completed. Let's say maybe you don't need to have the education. Sometimes you find people that is better than you, even though you are highly educated than them. Okay. If you have the skill and you have the education and you have the training, but you don't have the experience, then still you are can be completed and passed. For that we say those who have competency, they are claimed to be experts. Those who have skills, they can be apprenticeship, right? People who can do the job, but not necessarily to be experts. Okay. Sometimes an expert, you know the story, no? The expert they bring him, and for a machine that is not working, and you bring a labor or I mean a technician, you will open the machine, you will check troubleshoot, but you see there is no the problem not solved, or he take longer time, or he cost you more money, right? Maybe you bring us a expert, just he make like this holiday, okay, and it works. How come? Because he's expert, no? And you end up saying, why should I pay you more than that technician? Because He knows where to hit with the hammer. Okay, he didn't have to open all the machine. He didn't have to spend a lot of money. Okay, he's expert because he knows where to hit the place the right. Okay, so again, ability to react in the right time, right place. Okay, right moment, right thing. Okay, realize, resolve, ability to resolve a problem, because now we're going to live problems faster. You can see the frequency. I mean, I'm sure if you ask your parents, they didn't have such frequent problems like you are now having. Okay, now life is becoming like problem and a set of episodes. If you think about it. So enjoy the episode, but you need to have the competence. You don't have the competence, you will not enjoy it. You end up what? Only fire, closing the fire. Okay, all the time. Okay, so you need to have to resolve. You need to have to reshape yourself, reshape your condition, reshape the people around you, maybe changing even your friends. Okay, I end up changing my friends many times because they are not right at that moment. Still, I would contact with them, okay, but they are not the right people for that time, for this time, for example. Okay, so I end up not changing, but getting new friends, new type of friends that is suitable for that place. And then you must be resilient. You should have high tolerance of absorbing. This guy, he sat down with me, I think 6 times till he got the project. I know people that they have better projects than him. Okay, right? He said, and they came and we sit down with them in the same room, but they ran away after the first session. Okay, because they said, oh, he's asking too many questions and so on. They didn't absorb. They could have absorbed our question, go and answer it and come back. And they could have seen that they are coming near to there. But he was very patient. For that, we started the first project with him. So the gap, ladies and gentlemen, is widening. And you cannot now close the gap. You cannot say, why the labor market, why I am fired from a job, I just get it, or something like this. You can't control that. What you can control is you control what? Yourself. You should work on yourself. In a study, another study we did, 1 in every 2 of graduates, they do not believe that their studies actually qualified them to get a job. Again, by the way, if you just Google youth or youth economy and Wahaji, you find I have written many papers, more than 300 papers about youth and what challenges and so on. Okay, so again, why? Because they don't have the multidisciplinary thinking. What I'm calling for now, don't make your civil engineering control all your life. You might have a good engineering mind, but you need to have another type of discipline in terms of, for example, reading stories, practicing speeches, practicing sport, whatever. You have to have always different disciplinary than your main disciplinary so that you can get a better outcome. Entering at least 13 countries in Africa and almost all the Arab world, developing countries, they call us underdeveloped or developing countries, our countries, right? Africa, Arab countries. Okay. I found is that the mentality of yours are confined to a wheelchair. This mentality, these beautiful girls, okay, from Ghana, by the way, okay, and these people from India or whatever, these people, all of them, their mindset is what? Confined in the wheelchair. How come? They are walking. Why I say they are confined in a wheelchair? Because they only see what is happening to them, what's happening from them. What is the difference from what we said? It's all about knowing why you are living here. What is your purpose? I'm not asking you for the whole purpose of life. At least practice from tonight, the next 5 years, what is your purpose? What you're gonna be? Okay, what you can do, okay? Whether for your organization, for your family, or for your country, or for the whole world. So for that I said always, because they have learned that to see the external wealth. What is they being trained for? Only to see the external wealth. I want to be like this lady. I want to be like this guy. I want to be like this rapper or singer or whatever, okay, or artist, because they are making more money. So I start imitating people, forgetting about what is my purpose in life, why I'm here, okay? And this is imitation will let you what? Grave your internal wealth. There is lots of wealth here. The real wealth is here, not outside, not in the dollar. Because we are short-sighted, because we've been always trained like this to see money, 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 money. So we think the money is the wealth. While we have many other things, human capital, our way of thinking, the values you have talked about earlier, your ability, Angel, ability to listen, the other, our friend also ability to listen and to advise, ability to speak, ability to, this all is a type of wealth. And you can see I'm using that now. My real wealth is that I'm using that. Now, this is what I was telling you earlier. You know, our mind is made from 4 loops. You can see that loops are colored. Okay. And these loops are either the job is to do the motor areas to make us walk, talk, okay, or sensory to make us feel, okay. Brain, I'm talking about, sorry, not the mind. And then the associate. But let us see now for this animal. Do they have anything like this in this color? The rat. No. The association is like the area is like a dot, very small. You can see it only through microscope. When it comes to the cat, you can see it a little bit coming, right? When it comes to the chimpanzee, which is Mosanzi, they can, you can see the gorilla. Of course, the gorilla also even more. Okay? The nearest, by the way, to us, the gorilla than the chimpanzee. Okay? You can see is that no, they have ability to associate. For that, this lady who gone to Mosanzi, what's her name? Diana Forsi. She studied it because they are very near to humans. They study, and she's a psychologist. She studied that, so then they started to develop psychology and so on in a lot of areas. But the most developed one with this guy, this lady, okay, a man or a woman, okay. See, very developed the frontal lobe, okay, because the ability to associate is very high. But are we using that? Are we using that? Yes or no? We are not using that. We use it only momentarily. Means, oh, I will miss the bus if I don't go home at this time. Okay, I will miss the training, Kevin. Some of the training in the morning because I don't come in the right time. Okay, yeah. So anyway, this for that we say, don't be task-based. Don't be task-driven all your life. If you don't have a life purpose, you'll end up most of your life. What is what? Task-based means you have to be follower. You'll be always do whatever someone else's agenda. Someone else, whatever they tell you, whether it's your government, whether it's the world, whether it's the condition, whether it's your family, whether it's your organization, you'll be someone else. You are just task-based. They have to give you tasks. So you'll sit down always, wait for something to happen so that you react. Okay, and this is not right. And don't be also what achievement-based. No, all of us is like, you know, in a maze, like a rat maze. They know these people who study animals and so on. And all of us were fighting for something to eat from each other. So everyone doing my training tomorrow here, the same subject, I would say this is my competitor. Even though I should think about it, oh, this is achieve my life purpose. So better if someone else is trained tomorrow and come and do whatever I'm doing now. It's much better for me because I can do something else. Okay, I'm doing something now because no, I don't have enough people to do this. But tomorrow, some of you will be doing this. You will not be my competitor. Will help me to achieve my life purpose, and will help you to achieve your life purpose. Not necessarily this way, might be this way. Okay? And this is why we said we have to really have a life purpose so that we can ability to use the competency and the capability and the changeability and the capacity that God has given us, the forces that God has given us, because God has given us this forces from this frontal lobe, the most important lobe that we should use always and think about. Okay. If we start to use this frontal lobe and the ability to associate, and we start to have a purpose for life, we'll start to not be, and this is why I say it's very important for you today. In our time, in my lifetime, 50 years ago, when I was thinking about, life was very slower than today. Okay. And because we are kind of afford the phone, we had a phone at the home. It was like having, you know, iPhone. The phone, like I think I thought that time, okay, compared to others. But it was all push thinking was acceptable. Push thinking means that if someone now wants me to do something, for example, they send me, read this, do this, see this WhatsApp, see this YouTube, see this. It's all push thinking. And you guys now are living in a push thinking world. Okay, everything is pushed to you. Okay, do this, do this, do this, do this. Okay, well, you are supposed to be selective in whatever you do. The more you become selective, the more you can achieve. The more you'll be doing push thinking, the more you'll be doing following what others' agenda, and you'll not achieve your purpose. You cannot focus on. Most of the time, you're what? Busy with push. Okay? So we need to have this pull thinking mindset, and this will not come unless we use the 4 C's, which is what who can repeat it for me? Capacity, capability, competency, which I explained, changeability. Okay, 4 C's will lead you to 4 D's, which is always I repeat. What are the 4 D's? Dream, desire, determination, dedication. I repeat them for you. Dream, desire. Okay, because without a desire, you can't achieve your dream. Desire means you are eager every day. Get up, I will do something today towards my dream. Okay, even though yesterday I failed. Okay, because I am eager, because I have a dream, a desire, I'll target my dream. And my desire cannot be achieved without my what? Determination. Okay, if I'm not determined, I cannot achieve my desire. If I am not dedicated, I will not achieve my desire. So I have to come on the right time. See, I come here before you guys because I know I want to check even though yesterday we checked it, the TV and so on, but because I want to do things in the right time, in the right place, because if it's linked to my message, not because it's for the computer, not because of you, it's linked to my purpose of life. Okay. If we reach our 4 C's and 4 D's, then we'll be more curious. And again, humans supposed to be the most curious animals. If we are animals, alhamdulillah, we're not animals, we're humans. God has given us this grade to be humans, much more than animals. So we're supposed to be more curious. Okay, for that I have many books about curiosity. When you enter, later, I would like you to visit the library and see our library and so on, even though I don't know Khadija will agree or not. They are still working on labeling, coding, whatever, but they can show. When we are curious, we'll be properly observing. Because as I said, without observation, again, we'll not know, we'll get lost. Always you observe. Observe not means watching. Observing means that you are seeing the condition around you. What's happening to Rwanda? What's happening to the world? What's happening to Africa? What's happening now? Where am I now? But think like you're doing navigation, and then you start to realize and you start to inspire. Now this theory is a link to this basic. Sorry, this all theories, but it will help you. It's not theory; it's based on studies and so on. Okay. Our mindset is made from 4 things. I have written to you here. So write in this one. I'm not sure if you have this one or not. Okay. Our mindset is made from 4 things. Okay, I said the mind is made is the tool of the brain. Can we see the mind? Can we touch the mind? No, right? But also we cannot touch the mindset, which is more difficult. So if the mind is hidden, the mindset is what? Is more hidden, right? So it's very, and it's the most important tool that we need to control. The mindset will make us see where we are today, why we are doing whatever we are doing now. Okay. The mindset is made from 4 things. Assumptions. Okay. I've written it here somewhere. Yeah. Assumptions. See, I put it near the frontal lobe, which means some of you know it as paradigm. You heard about paradigm, right? Okay. Assumption, same as paradigm. It means what? Something that I start to see that something is danger. For example, a dog might bite me because it was biting me, or it was barely biting me one time. So I see all the dogs assume they are not friendly. This is my assumption. Okay. Then I start to build the attitude and behavior according to that assumption. Okay. Assume that all these type of animals, all this. So this assumption, by the way, is what is controlling now whatever you're gonna do from tonight. which I will call you Angel. I take her number. Okay. See, did she do exercise or not, Khadija? Okay. Then attitude and behavior. Okay. My attitude will control my behavior. What's the difference between attitude and behavior? Any difference, Ahmed? Difference between attitude and behavior? Hassan, anybody? Faith?
I think attitude is the output
Mhm.
on your output on the situation.
Okay.
And behavior is the way you react into the situation.
Okay. Attitude, the way you react is behavior. So behavior is something that we can see, right?
Yes.
But the attitude will not necessarily see. Okay. Kevin might not like, oh, why Dr. Bahiji, he's saying, he embarrassed me, he told me that I'm late. Okay. But she did not show that. Okay. So this is what it was an attitude, but it's hidden. She did not react. React, no, don't tell me like this. I'm the leader here. Come on. Okay. So this is where we say it is very important that we control what. If you control this, then your attitude will be better. How you can control the assumptions about life? How can you control the assumption about life? It will never change by workshop, I guarantee you. It will never change by education unless you take long-term education. Not easily, not I never change. Not I try to be humble. I retrieve that. But it will very difficult to change through education. But it will change through friends or family or the condition you are living for some time. Or the easiest thing that people change is that when they start doing projects or they integrate with problems. Okay. So if you want to change people, you want to change us. Why we are saying the Siyas is all about projects, right? This is what we say in our mission vision. Because project for us is more important than PhD and master program. All our master program PhD is designed around projects. Every syllabus, every course, every module is about projects. Why? Because we want people to get integrated with the life, the real life, the school of life. What is the difference between school of life and school of school? It's very important for our life purpose. Is there a difference? Anybody? School of life, first you test, then you learn. School of school, you learn, study, and then you test. So totally different. Okay. If you want to go for you change your assumptions and faster, some of us will stay all of their life, even though they'll be working and maybe professors, they will stay in school of what? The school. They will never go out of school. Okay. Always they think they don't want something that is disruptive. They don't want. They want 1 + 1 = 1 = 2. They want things that to be organized and so on. Okay. Which is not easily available. Okay. Because you are my friend. Okay. Now, what will end up, because our blind spot will increase, if our assumptions is stagnant and the world is changing, what will happen to us? Our blind spot will increase. You know blind spots, right? So we will start not seeing many things around us, even though they are very clear to us. Okay. Why? Because our assumption is not changing, our attitude is not changing, the world is changing, and will become complacent. Okay. Means we will always, procrastinate. We'll always say, oh, well, this is what happened to me. Okay, what's happening to me, and so on. But if we start to have a life purpose, okay, then we'll discover our curiosity. And when we start to be curious about why we are here, like I asked this morning, this question, then I will discover my life purpose. So they are both of them near to each other. For that, we are writing a lot of inspiration about living a curious life. Curiosity is very important for us. It will make us more integrated, especially if we start integrating with our community problems. Okay. And it really sometimes strange. You see people educated, but they don't care except about themselves. They see poor in the front of there, but they never thought how to solve their problem. Okay. And this is why it's different between Elon Musk and many others, or why it's different between Bill Gates and many others, and Mandela, Gandhi, whatever. All those people who become leaders and create a change, they are creating their own socio-economic development labs. Okay. The lab is the one who creates your story of what's happening to me, from me, not happening from me. So the more you go into lab, you create your own lab, the better. What is Picasso used to say? Picasso used to say in his drawings, okay, I'm trying to discover the meaning of life, which is to find what you know Picasso, right? The most popular, okay, artist, okay. What you will give to the world, okay. So whatever we did in the dialogue round table with Kevin and her team is where we're discussing about the meaning of life, what we want to give to the world, okay. But once we start thinking about life purposefulness, then we are talking about what I want to give them exactly to the world. Okay. Now, what I start to give them exactly the right thing at the right time. So here we talk about determining the control points that improve and define more precisely the path. Okay. We need to take a break, maybe 10 minutes. And then controlling the points. This is the path. Discovering the path means discovering my life purpose first step. Okay, controlling the point that improve and define precisely the path that I want. Then determining unique path by identifying the distinctive points of my path, which I will take an exercise on that. Okay, and then the third one, determining the areas that track our interests. In the morning, what we did, we tried to find your interests, right? What type of interest? The things that I know that I'm different from others, right? Listening, acting, talking, right? All of these are type of things that I like. Okay. Once I link these together, I start to have something similar to this. Okay. Now with this, I'm giving you my own mapping of my life. Okay. This is only 7 years ago. See, in September 2015, I said I must do something which is different than what I have done before. Totally. What I was before, I was expert for governments, and working with the top leader of the government, prime minister or the ruler of the country, in 5 countries, by the way. And I was used to be highly paid professor, okay. But I found out that I'm not achieving what I want. Okay, I found out that there is something that there is missing there. Okay, I found out that I might be end up in doing show business more than real change. Okay, inside governments, inside the communities, and so on. I found out not necessarily that the change come from top down. It can be from bottom up. So I changed the whole model of my working in 2015. I said I will start my own organization, and this organization, it's not the purpose of the organization. This organization will bring concept. The first concept was inspiration economy, and this inspiration economy need to be established outside the GCC, the Arab countries, the rich Arab countries. Okay, and I from that time I could see how, for example, where I will be. I visualize where I want to be. Now, what will be the world happening to the world about when they hear about inspiration economy? Okay, okay, I did not achieve all of that, but I claim I achieved 70%. Okay, see, for life purpose, you need to have only 3 things. I don't know if you, Kevin, you remember this thing or not. Okay, 3 things only. Very simple, very simple. The frontal, of course, you are given this for khalas, I will not mention. The other 3 things, the most important, good intention, that really want to do something. With these D's that we talked about. You remember the D's? Okay. A good intention, not you know the D's and you tell other the D's, you tell your children the D's, but you never did something about the D's. Okay, that's very difficult. Like being stupid. If you are telling others the same thing, but you are not doing it, it's like it's being stupid. You think, okay, it's like giving people, telling the people this is the way to heaven, but you are not, you are going to hell. Okay, it's really difficult for someone if he live or she live like this. Okay? So what I was saying, sorry, about the D's. Remind me. Yes. Yeah, sorry. The 3 life purpose, very important, is that we think about them, very important, and practice. So the first one is the intention. Okay. Once there's intention, we should start, which is tonight. Tonight, not tomorrow. If you don't do, if you procrastinate and you say I'm busy tonight, I'll do it in the weekend, then I guarantee you 99.999% is that you'll not do it. Okay? Do it tonight. Whatever you are busy, before you sleep, even for 10 minutes. Okay? Put the intention. Say what I will change my life. This is the goals. Where am I now? Where I am going. Okay. Then start to visualize. After 5 years, where I'll be. Okay. Because if you can do it for 5 years, you can do it for the whole life. Start 5 years, 5 years, 5 years for 3 times, and for 15 years. Then you'll see yourself. You are flying. Okay. Believe me, I come from this school. Because I practice it and I taught people. Many people, they are thanking me, and they mentioned that they have changed their life and they became leaders because of this simple approach. So we said what? Intention, visualization, and then the last thing is we are talking about it. Doing. Okay. There is a Japanese saying: if you don't know, you are not going to change it. Before we come to this workshop, okay, we were talking about what? Even if you know you're not going to change anything, only you change it through doing. The school of life is about what? Not listening, not taking courses, not getting certificates, education, professor. No, this doesn't matter. What matters is doing. The more you do, the more you're going to change the world. And the story here is telling you why I am now in Rwanda, right? You know now the story, the rest of the story. Now it is beyond the concepts, which I did follow the content. I didn't bring the concept only, sitting in a table like, oh, aspiration economy, blah, 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 because I'm an economist. No, no, no. I worked on it. I did models around the world. Then I discovered it's not enough. Let's bring another one. Resilience economy, aging economy, youth economy, and so on. Okay, poverty elimination. Why? Because now I've gone beyond that level and we are working for a concept of our content, and we reach many countries. Well, this is in Arabic, but I can tell you what is this. Okay, this one is about the forces I was talking about. You remember the forces, which is what? Competency, capability, capacity, changeability. Okay. I'm building my competency through practice and knowledge and experience and training. Okay. I'm discovering my values, and with time, I'm becoming expert in different things. Okay. In detail, if I take you all take the whole day, but I enter approximately more than 17 sectors: healthcare, food industry, environment industry, government, universities, you name it, I have entered. Okay. Even military, I have entered. So this taken me to know more what I want, where am I, what is my values, because I'm practicing, I'm trying to practice. I was looking for something to address my self-satisfaction, because I was not working for these positions. Okay? We're not working for positions. We're not working for things. We're not working for people. We're not working for ideas. Can we repeat this? We're not working for things. Now, can you repeat again? We're not working for things. We're not working for ideas.
We are not working for
We're not
ideas.
working for people.
We are not working for people.
I'm not working for ideas, things, okay? Ideas and people. Okay, these are the main three. Okay, we are working for purpose. And we're here for purpose. From today, I will not go a place, I will not attend something unless it meets my purpose, or unless I'm going to discover whether it meets my purpose or not. Okay, and here from here, when I start to think like this, I start to think different way. See how much I do. Exercise. This one, by the way, يعني birthday. What people usually do? Cake, right? And celebration. Okay, I do that by force by my family, but most of the time I have a big box of tissues and crying. Okay, what I did not achieve, and what I failed, and how I can learn from that. Okay, so it's all about standing with myself, and this is the real, huh? And this is I do with my children, by the way. For that, and some of them became leaders. And well, even some many students, even I will do it with my staff. I should do with Khadija and so on. Where we want to be after 5 years? Where am I now? I am in this university teaching this. I achieved this place. I started to do this course and so on. Till I reach here. I reach around, they said 22. I already there reach talking about something, a country that is I will establish about it, the institute. So this is my life is not haphazard. It's not. I'm not like a paper that is by wind. It will go here. It will go here. Wherever it's dragging me, I will go this. It have a purpose. So I have to plan for it if I want to have a purpose. And I must have a paper like this. I advise you with A3 page, okay, A3 paper, bigger than this, and you start to put on it at least 5 years. And where are we now? You must analyze where are we now, like I'm doing here. Okay, and where do I want to be? And sometimes I don't see this after 6 months. I do another one, then I compare. Okay, then after 1 year I go back and I see, oh, I have achieved this. I never thought I will achieve this year. I thought it will be planned. It is planned for after 3 years. Okay, and things that I wanted to achieve, I never achieved it maybe, but it's not a problem. At least I am focused. I'm trying to do a pause and taking a pause with myself. This is what we call pole thinking. It is based on empathy, not sympathy. You know the difference, right? Empathy means that you know why you this person you want to have this water now. Feeling his feeling. Okay, feeling yourself. Sympathy, no, because I need to know to eat. I need to think like this, I will do this. So I end up always thinking like this. Even if you want to eat now, a little feeling hunger, still force yourself to work for the, of course, you have to eat, but at the same time, look for long term. Most of us, unfortunately, they live only for the day. They don't live for that. By the way, I was telling one of our workshops is that many of the poor, they are. What's the difference between the poor and the rich people? They live for a year or for a day.
No.
They live only for that moment, for that day. Even they can't learn how to save. But if they have money, always I tell Khadija, people have money, they are poor. What they do? They spend it. There is people, they are very careful about money. Okay. Why? Because they know what it means money. And they know that they are thinking about they use it for something better. Why should I spend it on something like this or like this or something luxurious? No, I spend it on something else. Okay. So this is very important. Again, here, see, this I'm putting a map for myself till 2030. I'm talking about 2030. If I'm alive, will be recognized worldwide as being like a Nobel Prize, something like this. Okay, that we believe in, and we're going to get a prize if we continue doing whatever we are doing now and so on. Again, it's about full thinking, the way we are thinking. See, even the level of my scientific contribution, where I wanted to be. Okay, I'm now at level 7, by the way. You know, I was talking in 2019, we should be in level 5. Now we're level 7. Means we're one of the top researchers in the world. Okay, level 10 is very rare, like Einstein on reaches. Okay, a researcher like Einstein is in level 10. So this is an example of how we can plan ourselves and so on. So what I want from you now, exercise again quickly. We said this is a short day workshop. I want from you, put for me a 5 years plan. Okay, 5 years plan. Just quickly, draw like this, like I was drawing. Have to be clearer. And the paper, behind the paper, okay, you have. You put here from this year, from today. Okay. So we'll have here today is what? Now July. Okay, 2023. Okay, then 24, then 25, then 26, then 27. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 28. Okay, till July 28. Okay, and put here dots like this. Okay, what are your dots and how they will be connected? Remember, we are trying to create our own story because whether we like it or not, life is all about stories. It's either we'll have one story which is done, okay, or we'll have a story that will full of challenges, full of successes, full of failures. Okay, I think most of us should go for the second one. My advice for you, even if it has full of failures, because from failures you will learn more. Okay, so think about what you want to do. Where are you now today here? Who are you? Okay, what's your values? Or like we mentioned earlier this morning. Okay, you can put them here, and then what you want to be after 1 year. in these 2 points. Okay, just to take 2 points. Let's say take values and let take who are you or what is now. You are working, you are a student, and so on. And where you want to be relevant to that. And then after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, until you reach to. But it might be many points. It might be a relation with family. It might be where you'll be present, whether you'll be here or someone else. Okay. It might be what is your contribution to the work. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you 5 minutes for that, and it's very important. You can stop this. Is it clear for them? Do you have any question?
Yeah, I think it's clear. Is it clear?
Your 5 years then. In 5 years then. Draw it, don't write it. Draw first whatever I drawn, the X and Y axis, and then put the. You have to use analog thinking, not digital thinking. Means not specific, but analog drawing. Linking this to this. If I do this, then I can do this next year, and I can do this next year. As you've seen in my drawing here. I'll go back to my drawing, it's easier for you. Let me enlarge it for you. And I'm willing, if you do this exercise alone, you are welcome to arrange with Khadija and Harwa. Okay, you come here and I sit down with you to discuss about it. Okay, this is again something that is it showing?
Yeah, it is.
See how many lines are there? Not sure if you can see the screen.
So some are typing, they say that they are typing the chat box.
Large.
So since they have the question.
I know it is not easy, but try to practice like this. Okay. Don't plan for 1 year, don't plan for 1 week. Always plan for minimum of 5 years. Why? Because this one we call it trend. Trend, you know trend? So in order to build a trend, you have to plan for 3 to 5 years minimum. Can we hear someone who did this exercise properly? Who have drawn like same as what I have done? How many of you have drawn? Anybody have drawn like this? Y axis, x and y axis? Yes? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Pacific. Then Kevin. Tell us what you have written. Just one example.
They have told us on the graph. We have decided the values today and what we have today. So as I have said, the values today, it's caring and leadership for supervising as I have told you.
Right.
Then those two values are going to help me achieve in 2024 in my plans because I'm still a student and studying my career of civil engineering is the first purpose. The second purpose is making myself to generate income from making business because you can't study only, you can also do some business while you're studying. Great. So that is to achieve in 2024. Then 2025, I'll continue studying and then while expanding my business. You see, business is not a simple thing, it's something that takes time.
Yes.
That is for 2025. Then in 2026, it's when I will graduate. So I also be doing business, but that business, due to how I expect it will be, it's something that will help me, help my family and friends to also be beneficiaries of my business. My family and friends will through giving them employments or through helping them or caring for them through my profits I have generated from the business. So that is for 2026. Then 2027, after graduation, I'll now use my business to help me to do a company which is in concern of what I studied. So I'll now not focus on getting employment or go searching for jobs only, but also to think of how I can create my own company through the profits or through how I'll be now having the profit generation in my business will help me to make the company of what it, or the skills to make the company. So
Okay, great. Let's give him first applause. Okay. But how can we improve this? And our workshop today is not about planning for my life. It's about living for a purpose. We need a little bit to fine tune this. Who can suggest something? What is the problem? What is my problem with your plan? Yes. Okay.
this is on my phone.
Yes.
So what I have done on my phone is that you see you have told us that before thinking for
Others?
it's a bad thing for myself.
Right.
It's one
True.
massive achieve for
Yes.
others.
But what is the purpose? What is the who are the others?
The
That you want to, who are your beneficiary or your impact? What is the impact you want to create in 5 years?
in 5 years, I want to create, see, it is making a company. See, okay, not going to
Why?
making a company.
Yes.
So the society problems.
Okay. So now we give him a more applause again. See, the one for an impact is very important than just working for a company, right? So this is what we should supposed to think this way. Because I am, and if it is difficult for you, what I did with him now, I asked him why. Why he got it? Some people they might need 1Y, 2Y, 3Y, but definitely they got the idea. Okay, because that is deep. You know, the values that you are can create, you need to bring it out of the earth. Okay, it's now down, too much down. It's like the volcanoes of Zanzi, very down. You need to bring it out. So we need to dig for what is why you are doing this. Because don't work for something you don't know what's why you are doing it. Okay? Okay, let's take Kevin.
Thank
Yes.
you so much. For me, my life plan in 5 years. First of all, it will be higher, maybe by next year I'm done with my university. Then the next year is 2024. I'll be applying for course. Since I'm an ISECA, I'll again apply for another ISEC in another country to improve on my skills more, my network, I grow, I learn through different
And you
ways.
can apply through CS also.
Yeah.
Your partner, don't forget.
Yeah, I can't forget. Okay, I also want to work. I have a dream of working with the UN. So when I'm done applying for going for other organizations in other countries, also go apply for working with the UN because I believe that most work that is done in the UN is giving back to society. So I would wish to give back to society through my skills that I've learned in different ways. Of course, by 2027, I'll be, after working and all that, I wish to have my own organization. That would be, so like, I think many of you are in university, most of you are in the University of Rwanda, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. But so in Huye campus, you find that they used to say that girls usually give birth due to the problem of not having money, stuff like that. Then they leave the kid up, like they leave the kid on the road. The kid grows up slowly by slowly, but then since he's a street kid, he's not considered as a kid of a person. So I would wish to give a hand to those girls that wish they could get their kids to be raised in another place, but then give these kids to those parents that don't give birth. Yeah. So in a way that we are going to help the girls, in another way we are going to also help the women that are not having such kind of problems. Thank you. That's my point.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
You can take one from here.
Yes, okay, please. Who's there?
No, like here, she has typed.
Okay, so they want to, okay.
Yeah,
Let us hear from them.
yeah, sorry.
You can connect them to the.
No, she says that her mic has a problem, so
Okay.
she just commented randomly.
So she's saying, this is from
She's from Uganda.
Uganda. Okay.
Yeah.
I am yet to graduate volunteering. My 5 years plan is to impact East Africa as a region in the matters of refugees and IDBs. IDBs means then?
Internally displaced persons.
Internally displaced persons. Okay. This can be done through creation. Oh, it's gone. Can you open it? Okay. Internally displaced person. This can be done through creation of an NGO that can get statistics and clear information among these people. Also, this can help to narrow the gap. Okay, that's excellent. Okay, let's give them applause again for these guys. Thank you very much. Okay, any other person?
No, it's that one.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see this.
Okay. Any other person want to participate or we move? Okay. Hassan. Yes. Thank you for being proactive.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
My work plan within 5 years.
Yes.
By now I'm employed.
Yes.
And since the
Where are you? Where in which organization?
Thank you very much. I work in East African.
Okay.
Is a university that is here in Lusaka.
Okay.
and I'm the head of department in child development education.
Okay, great.
And I hold masters in special needs.
Okay, great.
So my project and my plan.
Should meet my wife if she come. I'm interested.
Yeah, thank you very much. My plan it is already still pending, but when I was working within an organization called BSO, I got a chance to meet with many kids that are having different like special needs, and they are very different, as you know. And I got inspiration of studying how they survive and also how best we can support them. And that's why I got the masters, and I plan to go on with a PhD that I plan to have got it within 2028. And also, meanwhile, I have been having a plan that from today, this training might have already opened me, that I would say that I would plan with people that will be starting with. Then we say tomorrow. Up to now, I have the plans that are like 3 years ago back when I was in VSO, but I've never opened. I've never taken a step to go to RGB to open. Yet I have all the status and everything, but I hope this one will start within this year as I God help. Then it's an NGO that will be facilitating kids that are within special needs, especially in education. And it will be helping them for being resilient and their family that are, of course, they've given birth to kids who have maybe disabilities or they are poor or some are separated due to divorces and other causes, but still their kids need to survive. It's not the fault of their parents. I mean, of them, might be for their parents, might be for their life circumstances, but how do they now grow from that common point into such life? So I feel like opening an NGO that will be having analysis and advocating for them so they grow. I worked into VSO in a rural area, Ninyamasheke, is very far, where kids not even know the tarmac road. And when he's born with his special needs, schooling is very hard. So that's what I have into my mind. And I hope that it will go through. Thank you very much. So I've put into steps this year, next time looking for developing projects, and then also really advocating for those people and have a scientific analysis based on what we have within the Rwanda census, and also going to the ground baselines, and then see where, because we know that normally within the government of Rwanda, there are funds that are really based to support those kids. So knowing if they are well used, managed, and also see other resources that can support for their studying or for being inclusive and education for all as our pillars. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Excellent. Hassan is a good example to take. It is better than my example. It's more clearer. My mind is a little bit disrupted. I discover as I go my purpose. But Hassan, you have a clear now life purpose. And because Hassan, he have and he mentioned whatever he mentioned, I can tell you on his behalf what value even he have. Okay? He didn't mention his value. Maybe I don't know if he came at the right time or not. But we were, I think we finished that time with the value. Okay, but the value of Hassan is about caring. Okay. And the caring of Hassan is specialized in what? People with special needs. Okay. So this is the value of Hassan's caring and on the specific, very specific, right? See, what Hassan is doing now is exactly what you should look for a purpose. So he's doing it through education. He tried to do it through NGO or a company. Okay. I think RGB you said or RDB, I'm not sure. But even a company he can do. Okay. Because company and they complement each other. Okay. And he's doing it through education, specializing on that. Okay. So you can see this guy, without mentioning his name Hassan, this guy, you have what we call what? Passion. Okay. And this is a clear 5-year plan. Maybe this will lead him to something else. It might lead him to be expert and people with special needs all over Africa, might lead him to something else. But because he's looking for a purpose in the next 5 years, and he's working on it now, okay, he is what? He's gonna reach there for sure. This is what we should find people who will create impact. Because just saying I will create impact, I have a dream and I will do what I do. No, so you have to show what you are doing for it now. Now, okay, and what you're gonna do it and how you can do it in the future. If you start to do this exercise that we're talking about, because see, unless you put your path, you can't discover your choices. And we said people that have more chance and lucky, quote unquote, okay, they have what? More choices. And they have know their choices because they have tried. Unless you try, you not know your choices. So this is very important. And Hassan will have lots of choices within this or within this and within this. And he might come up with a product that connect this, with this, or benefit from these three with certain products. Let's call it Hassan product, okay? Or Hassan concept for solving people with special needs, with limited resources. Because even the government, if they give them money, it will be limited. Even for us as CS, maybe we will be interested also, okay? But it will be limited compared to the needs of the country. So for determining the option based on the factor of rapid changes in time, and because I want to do something, and because I start to visualize, then I will start linking things together, like I mentioned here. Okay, education, what I learn, what are the missing gap? I will do study. I start to integrate with people. Maybe I'm not sure if you have done project or not. I advise them. Then you need to do project so that you know, okay, smaller project even. Okay, so that you know what the people needs more, so that he can really come with a proper way and start to take pause and evaluate, as I said, more and more in time. Even though this is what I'm going to say again, like I said, for life purpose, all of you know it. 100% all of you know it. It's the basic thing that they teach us when we go to school. Okay, but still we don't practice. Okay, the first x-axis is about important, something important for me in life. What is important for me in life? So again, 1 minute, please. And we are running out of time. 1 minute. What are the three things that's important for you in life? The most important things. Khadija, besides yes. Only the first three things. What is important for you? Okay. So once we know what is important, okay, we start to ask, of course, what is important will lead me to what is important to my choices, huh? Because this is a metric of choices. How I choose my choices, how I select which one is more important for me. If you have many choices or you have conflicting choices, sometimes some choices are difficult to go and one is easy. But is it the difficult one I shouldn't take? I take the easy one? Not necessarily. Okay, sometimes I go for the difficult one. Okay, but that one will lead me to better option or better outcome. Okay. The second question now, what is useful, which create added value? Okay, so what is useful among these important things? Okay, that create added value. You got me? What create added value for you? Even not these things, anything. What means added value for you? Is it money? Is it human dignity? Is it care? Is it mercy? What is value added for you? Again, the top three. What is useful? You believe that this is useful for you. That create value for your purpose in life, of course. I know that you can't finish this exercise very quickly and you need to think deeper, but now just mention the first ones easier come means they are very important. Okay. And later tonight, try to practice what I told you, inshallah, because it will help you out. Now, once we know this, the X and Y, what is important for me, what is useful for me, valuable, you can say also. Okay. Now, we need to know which one is not important, okay, which is useful to my life, my purpose, and so on. Which one are not, what are things that is not important and not useful, which means there are no specific choices, okay, in this area. And I will not choose specific choices. Okay, they are not important, not useful, but I do them. I need to a little bit control them and eliminate them from my life. Sometimes these are not important, not useful. Sometimes we do every day, but we are getting the habit of doing it because we are addicted to that. Okay, like for example, what seeing a lot of YouTube, playing games, maybe. Okay, I don't know. Maybe sometimes games is useful, but this is example. Okay? Then I need to define what is not important and useful. Okay, which start to employ choices for life routine only. Okay, like what? For example, eating. Okay, it's useful, but not always important. Is it going with my friends? It's useful, but not important that it will come to top priority. Okay. The other type is what is important and not useful. Okay, using choices and applying programs and plans. Okay, I'll talk about this good example, and these are difficult. The 3 and 4 are the most difficult. The very clear one is this one and this one, right? Most of us knows that. Okay, especially if you do the exercise. If you eliminate this and this will be clear. If you don't eliminate number 3 and number 2, or number 2 and number 3, then number 4 cannot be clear. Did you get me? So tonight you start doing elimination of things which is what important and not useful sometimes, or not important and useful, so that you give this this hidden thing which is important and useful a chance to come up in your life, in your mind, in your mindset. So creating development or impact through taking advantages of choices. If I know this, I will start to create impact. If I don't know what is important and what is useful for me, I cannot create an impact. Okay. Example of now not important and useful, for example, buying something I like. Because I like it, I buy it. But I don't think about maybe I could have saved this money for something better. It's relevant to my life purpose. Okay. Or sometimes attending a movie that have a story. I like that movie. I like the story, but it was not a priority that I attended now. Okay. But see again, because I don't think these things and I don't evaluate, I could have delayed that one because my life purpose now is more important. Or for example, here, it's important for me to go back to my memories of youth. I see the photos, I see how we used to grow up with my friends and where we used to live and so on. But again, it will block if I just always go back frequently to that and leaving what is my future. Okay, so we have to balance between that. So once we start eliminating number 2 and 3, we'll start to see the things that are important and useful in our life. For that, I say that this is an exercise you need to practice more tonight. Okay, these are tools that help you to take a pause, to evaluate where you are, to set your path, and to set your choices or options before you make decisions for the next. One of the most important tools, by the way, we forget. Always we think in the past so that we plan for the future. Right? This is what we do, right? I come from a school that is fighting this. We are future consultants, which means what? We should first see the future and we use the past. Okay, the future, what I want to create impact in the future, next 5 years. Then I go to the past and try to use some of my past experience or competency. Okay, so always think about the future. So like I'm drawing it here, the 4 Ds that I mentioned, my dream, my desire, and so on. Okay. And then I go to the past and I see what are the values I like, what are the experiences. Okay, and then I put my plan. So first, Always think about the future and then go back to the past. I know this is easy, but I hope that you practice it. Okay? And here we need to use the, the simple decision making. Okay, what want to achieve in life in a short and long term, what I mentioned before. Supporting the zero weighting methodology means zero weighting means tonight. Means tonight. Okay, I think we'll take it one time. And then means that's it. We work on it now, not later. Okay, no procrastination. We call it. And then raising the capabilities for decision making based on targeted level that influence future journey. Okay, raising my capacity to make decision. Can I make decision now? Is my things clear? Literally, I do this paperwork. Mashallah, our brother Tayyip. Very clear. Okay, drawings, whatever he's trying to take all the exercise so that he practice on it and he teach others, inshallah. By the way, teaching is learning. Even if you practice today, what you learn with others, with your brother, your friends, with your family, it will help you a lot to start to reach to the level, the best level. Then visualizing the impact that I want to create. What I want people to say about me in 5 years from now. Okay. MashaAllah, Angel, she did so and so. She's young, but she managed to do so and so below 24 years or 25 years. Wow. Okay, that's what she did. Okay. I visualize as if I'm hearing the people, what they are saying about me. I'm not doing it for them. We said no. We're not doing things for people. We're not doing things for things. We're not doing things for ideas. But it will be like a milestone. It's only a milestone. Okay, so that I know, oh, am I in the right direction or not? Or did I really? So I would like you always to hear. Okay, even if you're gone from this world, inshallah, you have longer time than me. Okay, but you want to hear people say, oh, this person, not to go to be happy praising you or something like this, but at least you know that you have done something in the right direction. Okay, with a purpose. Just quickly, I will go here through the different type of people that people did while at suffer. Okay, you don't want to have yourself like this. You are a successful graduate, like Kevin was saying. Most of you, I think, you are in education and university. Okay, but you don't know what is your path. You know, you want to be engineer, you want to be consultant, you want to be blah blah. Okay, but you don't have a purpose in life. The other type of yours is that they didn't utilize the choices or didn't make decisions in the right time. So they end up normal employees, living routine life, trying to create family, okay, trying to raise up children, okay, that's all. They don't have a legacy or impact, real impact in the world. They are one of the followers, which is the majority of the world. Okay. Then there is those graduates who discover the path and who start to use their choices, and they started to leave the legacy. And these are the type of people, okay, that they will not be in this place. Most of us now, supply versus demand. If I am given the chance, I'll be in this place. If I'm not given the chance, then I'll be living in the same place. While I'm saying I should plan my future. What is future? Future is something we plan for ourselves. Not future something that we don't see. Where you want to be, after 5 years, you can work. You have to work on it. Not tonight. Okay. If you want to be after 5 years in a specific place, from tonight you have to work for it. Not tomorrow. Okay. This means this type of people, they are people who have a changing mindset. They change their assumptions. They might change, as I told you, even sometimes their environment, their friends, whatever, so that they raise the capacity versus the demand. The demand is high, the demand is increasing. AI is coming to disrupt the world. Wars are coming. Instability in the world. You might have another COVID, so we need to be ready. And this is we want to be here. We don't want to be anymore here. We want to be here. What's happening from me then means I need to raise my capacity and think in different way so that I bring the final slide for you. I will bring it here. Is that path means impact. Okay, I think we have this slide there, but can maybe slide around it. Okay. Path means impact. Means what is the impact I want to create now? What I need to dig for? How much I dig? Okay. Targeted goals. Okay. What is the level of the society or the country that I want to impact? At what level? At what are the things that I need to be determined to do it from now, from tonight? Because determination doesn't come after 1 year. Determination has to start today. Remember determination, right? And dedication. They come from now so that we can reach the desire. Then we can reach to the dream. And this will not happen unless I start to see also my choices, my opportunities, my possibilities relevant to my path that I have to have put together, and my perceptions have to be shaken. My assumptions have to be shaken. Not necessarily what I know today is what is tomorrow. Because I started to do the field, I'm sure tomorrow, Tayyip will bring something else to the project. Maybe discover opportunity. For example, I told him about potato, what is it, packing, right? Fried potato packing. So I said, no, now okay, which is good. But after a while, once he goes into the project, you will understand which is priority. Is it packing or something else? Okay. So this comes only through projects. Once we start to take projects, I start to acknowledge things around me. I start to make the right decisions, and these decisions can help me to really set the path around and reach to the goals that I want to reach. Okay. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make a breakthrough to your status today, or to the world, or to your country, or to Africa, okay, then you have to always explore. And with curiosity, use your frontal lobe. Try to discover, okay, what you are not there. Not discovering means something that is maybe going to the Mars. No, discover where are you today, where you want to be. Okay, and this cannot come unless you have sustainability in your achievements. You have to be sustainable. You have to be dedicated. Okay, every day by day. Okay, this will create the breakthrough that we are talking about. Just finally, this is an example of myself now, and maybe you can do better. I go to a place called Mauritania. Mauritania, I found this lady. Okay, I was visiting this country, and I was looking for projects. I found this lady in a factory. This factory, they work on camel wool. Okay, they do camel wool. From camel wool, they do the carpets. Okay, you know, camel wool is one of the rare wool in the world. This lady, she is a grandmother. Okay, she comes from a village which is about maybe 3 hours drive from the capital Nouakchott. Nouakchott is the capital of Mauritania. Okay. Now the solution of a person without a purpose for such a people, they used to be punished, by the way, because they do errors when they do the the wool weaving. Okay, using this weaving machine, as you can see here, it's not clear. So they use this weaving machine, not like this one, so the one which is like this one for the carpets. Okay, and they stay for 3 weeks away from. So they go 1 week per month. 3 weeks they live in the factory. Okay, this is a grandmother. Because I live for a purpose, because I want to solve socio-economic problems, not because I'm a consultant or expert and so on. If I'm expert without a purpose, I would say, okay, let's replace these people. And let's bring automated system, okay, to solve, to improve the productivity, because I was invited to improve the productivity of the factory. Okay, the solution, and they had the budget. They were given a budget from a development bank, Islamic Development Bank, to improve their factory. So the normal consultant, what he would say, replace these people, bring automated machines, okay, and you can produce much better, no errors, 0 errors. Okay, but because I'm living for a purpose as a consultant or expert, okay, I said no. This lady, she should go back to her village. Is it a value I'm living for, like caring, like listening? Yes. What is the value? Human. The human is the most important thing for any economy. If we want to be away from capital economy, which is only the dollar, we need to think about the human, because the human can bring us the real wealth. Let's take this lady, because she's expert. See, now I see now the positivity. I didn't see what they wanted me to hear. I've seen the positivity on them. Okay, And I said, this lady, which they are about 5 ladies, let's take them back to their villages. Huh? The factory man said, what you are talking about? By the way, it's owned by a businesswoman. Okay, the factory, but the head of factory is man. What you are talking about? We take them away to put them in their village. Why? I told them, I'll tell you, even we are donating to buy the machines from them. These machines, we'll buy it from the factory. So we bought the machines from the factory. We put it in their village, and we created from them businesswomen. We call them businesswomen. Their job is to train other women how to make carpets. Is it by machine or by hand? Which one you will buy? The one, if you are from Europe or from rich country, which one they pay more, from factory-made machine or from hand-weaved machine? Factory-made carpet or hand-weaved carpet? The hand-weaved carpet is much more expensive. It's about maybe 10 times to 20 times expensive. Okay. So by that, we raise the carpet price. We minimize the error because she now is working for herself. She has little bit of purpose now, clear purpose. Why she's working, right? She's more focused. And we raise the value of the carpet, the less errors, because again, that's one thing. The third thing is that she started to train others. Because we want her, and this is one of the compulsory things, we want her to train others so that we can spread this business. And these villages now, these 5 villages, they are considered to be eco-villages in Mauritania. They are the reference villages in Mauritania for eco. So if you go to Mauritania, it's a desert. What you can see in a desert, you can see only such small, businesses here and there in these villages. So reinventing again the way it came, not because I am a consultant or a brinker or whatever I know. No, whatever I know, I could have said, let's take this opportunity. Don't lose the opportunity from the development bank. They are giving you billions. But no, I've seen it in different way. Lose the opportunity, bring a life for these people. Your product will be sold better. You'll have less errors. At the end of the day, you can create a change. And this is how we can impact people, by having a real purpose, a real observation, and a real realization of what you are doing. Okay, thank you very much again. I told you it's a short day because today is Friday, and some of you want to go and so on. And I hope that I hear from you. As I told you, it's open now. It's the ball in your court. Khadija and her work, they can get your contact and meet me over Zoom or we come here. I will discuss about your plan once you put your plan together, maybe next week, after 1 month, up to you. We are open for our doors is always open. And I thank Isaac and PC. PC, I think they have a presentation, very good presentation.
So I think they can
The break? Okay, great. Okay. So take a small break. Thank you very much again. What is Isaac's presentation?
Yeah, just for taking a break, with me, the partnership, yeah, just for sharing the joke or something like that. Angry, sit in this,
Guys, it's only 10 minutes break, so if you want to take a break, we need to conclude very quickly. They have questions,
Guys.
How are you? Thank you. Put something over this.
They are going for break. There are three left.
You can take photo outside later, huh? After
Yeah,
the break.
it's
Sister,
See the box there? Yeah, okay. That's it, tell me, I can send you mine.
Okay, no, it's actually pictures of the, also with the, for the, I just want to maybe, so I think I need to be focusing on that issue. Especially also the, after the.
I just try to be, once you finish,
Yeah, definitely on Sunday, I'll come back.
yes.
So Monday, you just put it together. Yeah, Monday.
Everybody has copy, right? Everybody has copy. That place for you. Today, maybe after we finish, you have flash. Okay, guys, can you complete? I just need to conclude now. We have only two small presentations. Who's presenting, Kevin? Who's presenting? Erwan. This is
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm sorry I'm late, first of all. Okay, and I think you guys put the real thing that the real reason why it is like knowing what is your purpose, how can we live a purposeful life? Yeah. So my name is Kevin and I'm from ISEC. I think some of them have never heard about ISEC. Anyone here? So ISEC is an organization that deals with the youth mostly because we, as you all know, the youth are the generation they usually, when you put in a lot of energy, you get them to do whatever you have to do. They always bring in a good sense of repair, like a good thing that you're developing the youth. Someone else, if you're developing the youth, another youth will develop another youth. In the end, we're developing the whole country, right? So as you all know, we faced a lot of challenges as well. Yeah. So I mean that in the early ages, the youth were taught about genocide. Yeah. And they all put in action whatever we had about the genocide. Yeah. So if we all put our energy in educating the youth about different things, we can also use them to do good things, not to do bad things, right? So that's the biggest step in living the purpose of life. Yeah. So this is the spelling of the word is in French. I don't know French, sorry. So when you get time, you can go Google about ISEC. You can find more about ISEC. We have different things that we deal with as CIS has been telling you about. What they do, we also have what they do. What we take. We did with mostly giving back to society where you go out. People abroad, maybe you teach the young kids about languages, about maybe like computer science, different other skills. Yeah. So let me start with my presentation. I think I'm going back. Yeah. That's the meaning of the thing that I'm talking about being. So what our partner was talking about, like not deeply in living a possible life. We all face different challenges, or we have to overcome in different ways using the 4 Cs. I think you have heard something about it. You remember, right? I think so. Or you guys have too much lunch. Yeah. So, okay. So living a meaningful life, what do you think? I think you have heard something about it. So for us, we think living a meaningful life is one that brings a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and satisfaction. Yeah, satisfaction meaning you're satisfied with what you have. Not to. We all have different expectations. I think someone told me that I was like my friend. I want to go for a conference. I want to do this. I want to do this, and it's like, why do you have so many expectations yet you don't even have that money to go for what you're going to do? Yeah. So instead of you think about all of that, think about ways on how you're going to get that thing to go for what you want to go. Yeah. Not to think in a box that I want this, but then you're thinking of asking one person, but then you don't think about maybe going to work for that money, maybe but you only think of one straight thing, yet you have other different things. But then being satisfied with what you have is the best thing, but not being satisfied, not living in the comfort zone and thinking that everything will come at your door. You have to stand up, work for it. Yeah. So it involves aligning your actions and values with what truly matters to you. What are your values as a person? You have had different things. In those different challenges that we face, in those different ways of where we're going to reach that capacity, capabilities, those capacities. What are your values? For me, my values are Naiseka. We have these values where we say enjoying participation. Yeah. So maybe today, maybe it's a Friday today. Maybe we have to do work at around get finished at around maybe 1 p.m. like we are doing here right now. So during my participation is maybe I'm answering questions that are being asked by my partner here. Yeah. So what are your values? My values, if I'm a patient person, if maybe I want to do this, but then if I'm running after it, yet it's that thing that I want, but yet it's not even there. I need to be patient, work for it slowly by slowly until I reach where I have to go. Yeah. So what are your values? So anyone can tell me, because for me, I enjoy participation. If it is going to the club, I go to the club. If it is going to class, I go to class. If it is a workshop, I go to workshop. What are your values? Anyone? Yes, please.
As you mind, there are two.
Uh-huh.
First is ownership, and the second is caring.
Care.
So I've been got chance to be care with others, and I feel care more.
Okay. Anyone else?
Mine is collaboration, collaborating with others.
Anyone else? Yes.
Respecting others.
Thank you so much about the values. So why I want to say this, it involves aligning your actions and values. You have to always, if that caring that you have in your heart, you have to put in action. And to sleep with it. Like you're going to bed, you sleep. Hey, I'm a caring person. You sleep, but then it will always stay in your head as it's not going to be put in action. But then if you're like today, maybe I'll pass by a person who is begging, I have to do something. Yeah. Maybe I have to give a coin. Maybe I have to give him food. That's a thing at least you are putting action for yourself. Maybe you have to respect others. You don't have to respect only the old ones, but then even the young ones, even the ones that are at your age. Yeah. Maybe I don't have to say bad things to another person. Yet that person has also a life to live. Yeah. You have to always put in your friend's shoes. Like, if I did this, would that person be okay with what I did? Yeah. That's living a meaningful life when you always think, but also put in action whatever you do. Okay. Okay, core elements of a meaningful life. So for me, I'm going deeper. Like, I think I've been taught about challenges, how to overcome them, how to, roads, where to go, For me, I'm going deeper. So core elements of a meaningful life, well, we have discovering your passions, exploring your interests and identify activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, engage in hobbies and pursue that ignite your passion. What are your passion? For me, I would say, I think I love talking to people. It may be personally or in a group like this. So talking is a good thing. So that's my passion. Yeah. So when you identify your passion, it helps you to to put in action whatever you do. Like maybe not only if you've been told like maybe what are the forces, are you going to keep them in your heart only? You have to go and tell them to other people because that's being an ambassador to what you've been hearing. Yeah. So what are your passions? Maybe you're a good designer. Maybe you're co-creative designer. Maybe you create designs that are maybe can attract other people. Yeah, which are good. So in the end, you always have to think about your passion. Like if I have to live a meaningful life, someone said that like before I develop other people's things, I have to develop myself. So before you develop other people, maybe do whatever you have to do the kindness stuff and all that. You have to also think and develop your passion. That passion will also help you to develop other people's passion. Yeah. Okay, so it's setting meaningful goals. Okay, so when you're going to set goals, start from the ones that are realistic. I think you've started some entrepreneurship where they say realistic goals and realistic goals, types of goals. I don't know if you guys know some of the goals. So first of all, I think before you set any goal, set it when you have a situation. Maybe I want to, let me give a small example. Maybe this year, someone says that he wants to maybe have an NGO this year. That's what he says. So what are his goals? You need to sit down, maybe yourself, and then you're like, okay, my goals are like this. I want to be this. What should I do? Yeah. Maybe by the end of this month, I would have got people to help me, maybe sponsors. Give them my idea, talk to them about it, but then that's for 1 month. Then another month, this and this. Yeah. So every goal has to have a deadline for you to go with everything in its place. For you to reach that goal, that big goal you have to reach. Yeah. You can't say I want to be the president. You haven't even been in your life a minister. How are you going to be a president when you haven't gone step by step? Everything requires to go step by step. If it is for me, I have a problem of waking up. That's my problem. So if I have to overcome my problem of waking up, what should I do? Maybe I should put my alarm on. Yeah. Maybe put my alarm on, but then should I prepare my things before sleeping? That would be a good thing for me. Put my things aside. I'm like, okay, today I have to wake up. Then afterwards, my clothes are already on the wire. It's okay. I can wear it any time. So it helps you to hurry up, but then also put in yourself every day. But if you miss one day, maybe you're like, this week, I'm going to do all that step by step. But then if you miss maybe Wednesday or Thursday, make sure that that thing won't happen because you've missed one day that week. But if you say, today I'm working on it until my week has ended, yes, to work. Since you've put yourself to your goal, if your goal has ended very well, that's good for you. But if you think you're going to work and then you skip, it's like taking medicine. Yeah, you're like I have flu, I have to take this cold cup every day. If you miss one day, that day you've missed, it will also be an effect to you. Yeah, so you have to think always in setting your goals. It also has a meaningful life to yourself. Yeah, because if you know how to set your goals and do them the way you have told yourself to do them, that will help you to also think ahead of you. Think ahead of you of good things that you can do in your life. But then always setting a goal that you want to reach again. Okay, cultivating meaningful relationships. Like surround yourself with people that are good. Okay, so I think there are friends, there are different types of friends. So there are these friends that you always hang out with. Maybe it's a Friday or maybe for a weekend. Yeah, those are the friends that you always hang out. And these friends that always meet on maybe on meetings. You have meetings today, they always have to remind you different things. Also, these friends that always have to maybe advise you that of all people to do that, like, this friend, oh, this friend is bad. But then you all know, you need all to categorize them in different categories so that you don't miss anyone out. Like this person is very bad. But then he has a good side. It's not only a bad person. Maybe he's let me say a good example. He takes drugs. But then after he's taking drugs, he also has a good place where he sits down and then he's reading his book. Maybe he's teaching people. Maybe he's on his laptop. But then he gets another time to go drink something out. Yeah. But then that friend has a good side to you, not only the bad things, because we all know. But the more time you spend with that person, the more time it kills you. Yeah. So try to spend with that person who is bad, who seems bad, but then try to spend a good time with him. The good time I mean when he's in a good time. In a good time I mean he's in the working mode this time, not in the drugs time. Yeah. When you see going drugs, you're like, you know what? I have to go somewhere. You don't have to be his enemy, but then you have to pretend not to be a bad person. But then you have to know that friend you have. So in other words, for me, what I'm saying, surround yourself with people that are good, that are important to you in different situations. You understand? Like, yeah, I think you understand. Or I'm confusing your head. Okay. Okay, embracing growth and learning. Continuously thinking opportunities for personal and professional development. Yes, so in that way, these workshops that are good to you, always embrace them and learn, but also put them in action. If I've told you, maybe the forces, maybe capability, what are your capabilities as a person, maybe if I'm good in this, I have to put it in action. Maybe I kind of give an example. Maybe you're a good person. You like to meet people who are disabled. They're very well everywhere. Like the different organizations where you can go and visit, just visit it. Just visit it. Because in everything that you have to invest in yourself. If it's transport, you have to use your own transport for you to get what you want. Because in the end, it's going to be important to you. If it's a motor, if it's a bus, if it's whatever, but still know that thing is important to you, go for it. Whatever how much it takes. Look for that money and not in bad things. I'm not saying to go look for money in bad things, no. But then remember that thing is always gonna be important to you. Yeah. Like in different conferences, for me usually we have different conferences that I have in ISEC. So we had this conference in Uganda. We had to go in Uganda. So I had like 4 days remaining for me to go for the conference. Like I didn't even have any coin with me, and I'm like, what is going on? Am I going or am I going to sit down? So I had to sit. And luckily enough, I had friends that know about ISEC, that know the values and all that. So I had to help me. Sorry, actually I got the money that I had to go. Yeah. So, but still, I had that dream that I had to go there. I had to dream and desire for me to go there. So I desired and I dreamt until I went to Uganda. And luckily enough, the conference was so amazing. I got new opportunities, new network. So, and here, don't forget to get your network. You're sitting just here. You may sit with a person who you think that is down, but then you don't know that person. The person may be someone important ahead of you. There's a small number that you can take, and then when you go out, that you can say, "Hi, how are you? I think we met in the workshop like this." And like, okay, yeah, and then you guys can meet somewhere else, and you're like, "Wow, it's nice to see you again." Yeah, so it's always nice to get that network wherever you go. So finding meaning in everyday moments. Appreciate the beauty in small things and find joy in the present moment. Activate gratitude and meaningfulness to enhance your overall well-being. Small things. Small things always matter in life. Like maybe I kind of give an example. Like maybe this number. if we could get a big number, maybe we could have problems with that big number. But then the small people that you are going to be so good. Maybe I don't know what you guys are going to do with whatever you're going to get here, but small things matter. The small news that you've got here, the small things that you've got here, those things will matter to you every day. Yeah. Small people that you always meet. You might find that small girl, like maybe, give an example, Ivy. Someone called Ivy Beyonce. You know the video about Blue Ivy, right? That baby, when you look at her, she may be small, but then she has good mind, like good stories in her mind. So in always everything that you have to do, you have to always think of small things. Start with small things, like maybe if I have to think of an NGO, maybe I have a dream of having that NGO, but then what should I start with? Slowly by slowly, I need to get to her. Yeah, maybe I have to start with making friends, making the network that I have to go with conferences. Yeah, meeting new people that I have to meet every day, new people that will help me to give me ideas, maybe in the coming years. So small things always matter in your life. Like maybe I give an example. Like you many of you have many girlfriends and boyfriends. So like you're like, today is Valentine's Day, and you're like, okay, let's meet. You don't know what your boyfriend or girlfriend will do for you today. So you meet and there's like, hi. Then he gives you a small present like this. And like, some of us freak out, but then some of us accept. But then that small thing maybe may bring more moments, more good moments than the big things. So always the small things matter, and then whenever they come, you have to just appreciate them for the way they come. Because small things bring big things. Yeah. Conclusion. Sorry, I have a small slides, but I hope you guys got something. Yeah.
Yes.
So conclusion: living a meaningful life is a personal journey unique to each other. It involves self-discovery, purposeful goals, meaningful relationships, positive impact, growth, and self-care. Embrace these elements and embark on a path that brings deep fulfillment and a sense of purpose. Yeah, a sense of purpose. Purposeful goals, remember, self-discovery, first discover yourself, who you are. Like, am I fit for where I am? So for me, when I remember the time when I came in my second year, I had gone to study in Uganda for my primary. So when I came in Uganda, I was like, what's going on? I cried like nothing. And I'm like, why did you bring back? Why did you bring back to Rwanda? Like, I didn't know French, I didn't know Kinyarwanda, and I'm like, I'm going to be freaking out in class every time. Whenever the lecture would come and the class would be over, who is this person, this person? You know, they would mistake my name and they were like, oh, no. I would always seem like I'm a sad person. But then slowly by so I came to understand that if I hadn't come to Rwanda, that thing wouldn't be where I am right now. Because where I am, I thank God that where I am is not that bad and it's not yet there, but then I feel like I'm in a good place. Coming here is a good place for me because I think I've learned something. I think you also learned something, right? You've gone back the way you are. Okay, so for me, I've got something very. So you also have to learn about the uniqueness, how unique you are. You have to know that you're unique in a way that no person knows. Yeah. So you might sit with a group of people. That group of people, maybe you might find that person. Maybe she's shy in front of another. But then when you hear a word from her or him, it when she says something, you find that the whole area is listening to her. Just because you didn't know anything about her, but then she said something, but then you understood that she's someone who is so important in society, who is so good and so understanding. So you need to know your uniqueness and then work on your uniqueness. Yeah. But then also you need to know that living in the diversity area is the best thing. Like in a unique way that maybe I play basketball, the other plays volleyball, she plays this one, but then we all meet in one place. That place is going to be a good place because we're going to give each other ideas. you know what, I love playing basketball. Maybe I love dribbling. So I don't know if I know something in basket, like that word. I don't know. Is it they call dribbling, right? Yeah. Thank you. So okay, so imagine someone else is saying a thing in volleyball. They I don't remember. So anytime in volleyball, I don't know. But maybe in football too. So you all bring in ideas that are good, but then they are different. So we can't all be doctors, we can't all be teachers, we can't have to be different people, but then with good ideas that can embrace the environment. The giving back to the environment is when you're done with developing yourself. And so when the, when I was here, so they talked about something like the important things in life. One of my important things is that I have to first of all develop myself, learn the different people, conferences, meet different people, teach me different things, inspire me in different ways. Yeah. But then also I have a purpose of my family because I love my family. I don't know what is your purpose. What is your other important thing that you love a lot? For me, I love my family, and I would love to take it to a far place. But that's my own idea. So you have your own idea, yeah. And also the next thing you remember have to give back to society. If you meet your friend who is maybe you're like, you know what, we have another workshop for CIS next week. We need to go there. But remember to bring your friend because that friend of yours will get something that you've got today. So remember to always bring give back to society in different ways, not in money stuff. Because we not only get money in everything, we also give something that is tangible. You understand? Not money. Tangible things like this notes that he has wrote can give to your friend and you're like, you know, I like something. You can learn from this thing. Yeah. And also your mind, what did you learn in your mind? So talk to other people that want to learn. So I think that's what I have to say. Then that's my
Thank you. That's very good, yeah, because we are running out of time. Nice one.
Hey everyone, my name I'm Lisa. I'm Facey, as you can see. So Facey, we are friends equal to support you, and I hope we are all here as right. So I would like to first thank everyone who participated here. I think everything that was said is so productive, right? Or it's only productive to everyone, right? So I'm going to talk briefly about what we do. We have heard a lot about different speakers, and yes, we all picked interest. So I'll begin with what you do. First, it creates hope and a better future for the youth. So after discovering the depth of maybe the information of youth at the earlier ages, as my colleague has been speaking about it, you know, the youth have been at the minds for so very long time. And nowadays, we only have this challenge that our mindset is the only limit we have. Think that, yeah, you know, I'm young, so my mom can pay for my school fees. It's all right. Or else I'm still in university. So as long as I'm still in university, what else can I do? You know, all that. And we are limiting ourselves. I also am youth and I've been having these challenges for some time until I met, as he was saying, the purpose of who I am, the purpose of who I am and who I want to be. You know, and I hope you're on the same line, right? As I've been saying that we are here explaining about where this was born in a depth of research and the painful discovery of decades long history. I think you all know about youth, right? I'm not taking too much time about this. So our mission is to be a leading organization that empowers youth and acquire enabling knowledge and life skills for a sustainable development. I hope I've like said about this in the introduction. I won't take much time about this, except if there's someone who's challenged. But I want us to go where I want to talk the most, right? So our areas of intervention, we have the education, agriculture, environment, health, and economic empowerment. I think these are even the areas that everyone can fit in, right? Is there any other area that you think that we forgot? I think these are the most areas that anyone that can want to be involved, that can want to be empowered, can fit in, right? But I need you to be participative, standing here and asking some people and they're not replying. You can even faint. So our focus, we are on entrepreneurship trainings, vocational training, support for youth empowerment, employment, bridging skills gap between school and world of work. When we mean here entrepreneurship trainings, we mean someone would be having an idea, if I could say, I have an idea about something, but I don't know how I can solve it, because being sincere, in the end, we need to present something that is presentable, I might be having an idea, what, I'm here in Kitiki and I want to start a restaurant, maybe, if I can say, yes, I'm going to start a restaurant, but in Kitiki, there are a lot of restaurants. You have Uncles, you have Simba, you have Naman, those are the restaurants. But what is the innovation about me? What is the creativity about me that is going to make me start this restaurant? So that is why we are here, to help you. You have experts, as you have been saying, because not everyone is an expert. It takes time. So I might be having an idea. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I don't know how I can do it. So that is something that we do. About bridging skills gap between school and world of work. As he was saying, the school and school of life, two totally different things. Like on this, there's a project we have done, maybe we shall see it. Being in school and in life are totally different things. One day I've discussed with my colleague and I told her, what if in school they bring a module called life? Like, because what we see in school is totally different from what is in life. You know that? Totally different. So we try to bring for instance, one of the projects that I'm going to summarize about bridging skills gap between school and world of work. It was in Musanze. So there are a lot of farmers there, right? A lot of farmers but they don't have any, maybe they can say, educational background. They're just, because it's how they were born. They are born in families that only farm, agriculture and everything. But there are also other students who are learning agriculture. So we just need them to see when this one who has the education about farming comes and meet this one who doesn't have any clue about farming. When they meet each and everyone will get the interest or the benefits of another. I guess you are understanding me, right? Okay, our projects, have different projects. The first one is Kids Saving for the Future, which is even the project I wanted to tackle on. So we have been hearing here about different things, practically and elsewhere, but here we are saying that as youth, especially in Rwanda, we have two problems as youth. Some of us have ideas, we have a lot of ideas. Maybe I can start this, maybe, as I've been saying, in 5 years I want to be here. But the problem is, how am I going to go there? I don't have money. Are we on the same page? Is it the problem, or it's me only who maybe think like that? So everyone says like, I have this idea, but if I want to be to have an NGO in 5 years, do I have that money to start that? Which is kind of challenging. So that is why we thought of this program, which is a program, even if I'm a student, right? Because as we have been seeing, some of us are still students in the universities and elsewhere in colleges. So I might not get that 1 million at a time, but at least at my pocket money that my parents are still providing, I can get that 1,000, maybe per month. I can get that 3,000 per month. So we have a partnership with one of the BK group called BK Capital. I don't know if anyone has clue about it. So they are there to safeguard your amount. What we do is, maybe I can say as my sister was saying, choose your friends wisely. Like choose the people, even him he has been talking about it. Choose the people you work with, you collaborate with wisely. I might be in school, maybe some are there to study only, others are there to study and learn. You know, when I say learn, I mean not learning only in class, just because the lecture is there. I mean, going there out and see what's going on. And others are there to maybe take drugs, you know, for different reasons. So one may say that me, I want to be productive when I finish high school. Let me say, for instance, or university. I want to maybe start this program of farming. That's for instance, and say, but I don't know how I can start this because I don't have any capital. You know, you just sit down and see, you know what, we want to start here in 5 years, we have to be here and here and here, you know. So what we do here is that I might choose my friends wisely who also have the same idea as me, you know, and say, you know what, I also want to start working after school. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to be an employee, like an employee only. Because one of the big people in this field, I've talked to him and he told me, you know what, being an employee and getting a salary is a limit. Like it's like someone telling you, you don't have to move from here. It's like I'm going to give you to limit you. I mean, the salary will cover your expenses, you know, hair, you know, transport, you know, but it will be a limit to where you can go beyond, you know. So when you are in school, for instance, if I can rush, we might say like, let's start our group. Let's on every visiting day, my mom will be leaving me with maybe 10K. Let me take 1K, and you take 1K, and you take 1K, you know. We form a group of what we can do and save our amount. So that BK Capital was saying, we just come there, we intervene to keep your money safely and give interest on the amount, no deduction. They'll just provide the interest on the amount given. So after that, we are there also to, as you have been saying, it starts with a youth group, save each month. You get trainings, as I've been saying, maybe you have a project, you have a business idea, you'll be trained on that, have experts on that. And then startups, you start your businesses and employ. As we've been saying, we're not working on us, on ourselves only. Of course, it starts with me, but what else can I do? If I get, if we start that project, we're not working there only. I'm employing my sister. My sister will employ maybe her colleagues, you know. That is how unemployment is going to be deducted within us. So digitalization of agriculture extension services, I've been saying that about how we can, my story, how you can we link different people, some with knowledge about something, and you know, youth prosperity centers where we teach people like apprenticeship, if I can say. You just come without any clue about something, but you just get trained. You just get these are people who are born out of families who are not rich, you know, but we are just there to train them like from the beginning. If I can see that you can maybe do IT, you can maybe do digital marketing, you know, all of that. Also, we do youth events for health, to change mindset, mental health counseling, you know, all of this. So as you can see, it's also brief, but I want us to take interest about mainly the program of need saving for the future, where we can save from now. You know, if I'm targeting on 5 years, what are my investments? Yes, my investments, first of all, are the ideas. What I'm trying to I have this, I want to do this step by step. Like people like that, you can wake up and go to from someone who is somewhere down and just that is a lie. Like it requires to go a step by step, step by step. So the issue is, yes, I'm writing down my business, I like my ideas, my proposals, my how I want to be in 5 years. But yes, after writing that, what am I doing about it? You know, how am I? And being sincere, it's money sometimes, you know, because you not just wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to find a plot of land. It requires money. So let us start from now. We are here to help you. We are all here to escort each other in a way of development. Thank you so much.
what we wanted to reach in the workshop. Thanks a lot. Isa, what is the evaluation? So please try to fill the evaluation for the book. If you are in a hurry,
It's a small announcement. A small announcement before I give them their questions. I want that if you are inspired by this workshop, it is the board. You can write your comment how it has inspired you. Thank you.
Is the head of the project, if someone has a project idea, you can always put praise. I suggested that take a picture of a photo of your questionnaire so that we keep it for us, just so that you remember what you are filling. So this is mostly for you. Or you want to close this or?
We are still on the, I'll share with them the,
There are questions?
yeah, no,
I've shared with them, they are filling this too.
The questionnaire. You mean?
Yeah, they are remaining too. Some are having internet issues. They have been saying